Hello and welcome to episode 19 of the Late Night Serial podcast. Now, this podcast is all about, you know this already, 19 episodes in. It's all about retro gaming and nostalgia, old movies, toys, all that kind of stuff, although we do seem to concentrate on retro gaming and the Nintendo Switch 2. Which is
it all joins together.
It all joins together. It's all inspired by all of that stuff. Inspired by those decades, isn't it? So also we call it the Late Night Cereal podcast because we start every podcast with a bowl of cereal. I haven't poured my milk in. I've done a
I haven't yet. I've still got it in my posh glass. It's not a posh glass.
I've got a Christmas glass. I've got a Christmas glass. Yeah, I'm going to pour it in now. So what milk have you got, by the way? Have you got almond milk? Oh no, I've just spilled it everywhere. Oh, no. Have you just seen that? Oh no. Well, at least that's on the stream.
Oh no.
Well now, have I got any do you know what? I haven't even got any tissue. Talk to everyone.
Hi everyone. This is my glass of milk. When I pour mine, okay, I'll show you how you meant to do it. That was how you're not meant to do it. This screen is how you meant to do it. Watch this. Ready? Look at that. Look, skills. That. Not a single drop spilt. Look at that. Magic.
I'm back. Although the milk's now settled into my blue mouse pad, lovely.
Oh no! Oh, yeah. You're going to run your arm or your fingers across it.
I might have to swap it out. I've got like a Transformers one, which I might swap it out for and then give this as a good wash because that's what.
Maybe it's fate to make you change your mouse mat.
I do need to change it a bit more often. I don't think I change it enough. Like I leave it there and just that's what the mouse mat's there for, I guess, or to go so it doesn't wreck your desk. And all that. That's why I'm really bad at spilling stuff, though. That's the worst. That's why I've got these like IKEA hook things inside of my desk for me. I've got a bottle and my tea, so it doesn't go on a desk. If I put it on my desk,
your milk now. It's getting a bit busy along there.
I think I've got like really bad motor skills or whatever they call. In your hands. I will spill something if it's there. Like because I move my hands a lot, and I'm really careful now because I'm picking up the cereal. What cereal have you got, by the way?
Oh,
I don't know. You might have told everyone else.
You can't really see. Well, okay, I'll do that for you. You might not. Oh God. He's trying to spit.
Is that marshmallows?
It looks like, but it's not actually. It's apple.
Oh, apple.
Apple with cinnamon.
Oh
stuff.
Wow! Okay.
What it is because I like posh. Daddy got me a posh one today.
I'm gonna say I like cinnamon.
Ready? M&S apple and cinnamon crunch. You know how fancy it is when there's no adverts on the side?
It doesn't need it. Oh yeah. Oh my God! Everything's on the back.
Look at that. That's it.
Wow. What's it taste like?
And the box is tiny. It's a weird small box.
I always see like M&S as like I'm not like a classist or anything like that, but I will say M&S feels a bit posh, like a proper middle class.
We always think that. I think it's the adverts. It goes, it's not
exactly.
It's not just cereal. It's M&S. Cereal.
And because they slow it down, it's like, oh yeah, you've paid loads for this advert because it takes longer. It's not like get it nasty. You can get these beads for 50p. So bye. It's like M&S is like, we're going to take our time with this advert because we paid loads of money for it.
Even the side bit has got dreamy apple and cinnamon flavored clusters of oat flakes with crisp rice with yogurt coated cornflakes and red apple pieces.
Dreamy. I've never thought of an apple as being dreamy. A dreamy apple,
No.
I've had it though. I think when I do go to M&S, it's literally just for food bits, like your special food times.
Yeah.
Christmas. When they're Christmas,
the Christmas
biscuits, they're the best. When we used to be in work with people in real life, and the people would always bring the M&S boxes in of biscuits, and it always felt fancy. I was like, oh, I'm going to get some of these myself. They were nice, like individually wrapped and all that.
The best thing we ever got for M&S was burgers that had cheese inside the burgers.
What? How did he do this?
Amazing.
How did he do it?
It's something magic.
It's like the same science of where they take the pips out of grapes. It must be like next to that. You know what I mean? How do they get the cheese? How do they put cheese in a grape? That's what we're going to find out next. Incredible. Hey, well, what about mine?
For another day, that one. What cereal do you have? What posh cereal do you have?
Mine looks like sweet corn from a...
It does.
It's really not. By the way, for anyone listening to the podcast, I'm so sorry because this is the worst bit of the podcast for anyone listening, and it's right at the start. We should describe it.
I described mine.
I described
mine. So dreamy apple and all that.
Oh, yeah, dreamy apple. These are... do you know what? They're really bland. But the way they are, they're called... they're Aldi's own, but they're like called honey... Do you know honey multigrain star shapes or something like that? And they're very much like, those Rice Krispie multigrain things.
Oh, yes, yeah.
But they're so bland. And like, I'm going to have to take one bite of it because like, whatever, because I'm hungry.
You take one bite, you're really bored. You're like, oh, I'm bored now.
it's an immediate mistake. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, what have we committed to here?
With this, all I can taste is dreamy apple.
This is disappointment. This is a mistake. All I can take is a mistake. It's
Is that all
cardboard.
you had left, or?
It's only one. Well, you get a big box. I'm thinking, I'll try them.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
And now you're committed now because you can't just chuck them away because that'd be a waste. So you've got to eat them.
I'm so annoyed that more cereal companies out there don't make smaller boxes like variety packs. You know, we've only got Kellogg's and Nestle.
Same set, isn't it?
Kellogg's and Nestle. Nestle do it as well with like the slightly bigger boxes, and then you got Kellogg's ones, and they're good. But why can't we get ones with like oh, I'll try this one out. Oh, try that one because it's hard to try a cereal when you've never had it before when it's a big box because it's a lot of commitment.
It's this big box. You rather had 2 bits. Go don't like that.
Yeah, and I feel bad because
you've got no other cereal.
Exactly.
You spend it on that one.
And I'm like, I'm going to say, oh, do you might get that cereal? And Lindsay's like, oh, you better eat it all. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like it. How can I commit to that? So you just go, yes, I will. I'm not. I've had one bite of that. I'm not. I'm saying it now. I'm not eating the rest of that. You will not see me eating a spoonful, even though I instantly forget. And like what was taste like, and I'll be looking at it in a minute, go, oh. You know what I mean?
Forget to go, oh yeah, I've got to get cereal. Oh yeah, I remember.
It's horrible, yeah. And then you have the memory back. Anyway, talking about playing with your cereal.
Where did we go with that then?
I don't know. This is chaotic stream. Or before we get into the play thing, though, you can tell I've got loads of sunburn. I'm like really hot, and also the saturation is up on my stream. It's really bad. If you've got no hair like me, which I'm just like totally shaved head under here, you can see also my badge just lays into my head there.
It's becoming part of you.
Well, yeah, it is. Well, I went out without the hat, and it's the worst thing in the summer. So I need to get a summer hat. That's like I was looking.
You need to get a hanky, where they tie the corners up,
like Monty Python style. Yeah, I love that.
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
but it's dangerous, isn't it? Because like I forgot to put like sun cream and all that on, and you're going out, and then you don't think it's gonna be hot because it's like, oh, it's been raining for the last few days, and you go out.
It's England, and you don't expect it to be.
No, you don't expect it
and
to.
It's windy, but you can still get burned. I always used to get the back of my neck burnt. Like if I go swimming, I remember when I go swimming on holiday or go swimming somewhere and it's outside, and I'm like, oh, it's fine. Our friend's got like a pool in that, and we went somewhere, and I was like, oh, I felt all right. And after you dried off and then touched back in, it was really sore, and it was red.
Yeah.
From all that.
Well, my head's itchy now. It's all right for you because you got like obviously the big mane and everything, so you probably don't feel it as much. But for me, if it's hot, I'm like, it's like a beacon. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, I can feel my head on fire, and then it gets itchy, and I just want to cover it up right now. But when it's in the winter as well, it's like I am freezing. It's literally like an ice ball for a head. It's so cold, and I want to put everything on top of it. It's like there's no in between, really.
Wear a woolly hat indoors.
Yeah, I do. And like, or we'll have our dressing gown with a hood up on it, and they just look like a druid walking around and that, for the rest of your life. But yeah,
you're like Sith Lord walking around.
That's not too bad actually. Feeling like that, But anyway, talking about Sith Lords. No, that doesn't work. What have you been playing? I couldn't get there.
I'll try and do it. It was awful last time. So I didn't cut
talking about syphilis.
Talk about itchy things. We've been playing this, yeah. Jesus. Okay, right. So this. I've finished Donkey Kong 94.
Yes. Do you know what? I was there, and then I missed literally the ending. I was watching you on the boss. And then I was like, then I saw you'd beat it, and I saw it literally on and you went, oh, I haven't seen the ending before because you must have not watched the ending.
I didn't watch it because I thought I saw the boss, and then when you had it on, I went to just completely audio only. So I heard you battling him, but I didn't think nothing more, didn't more of that. And I heard a bit of the music in the background, you talking about it, but I didn't see it. So I thought, well, I need to have that surprise for myself.
Yeah. Were you made up beating it? I know you were saying you felt a bit like, oh, you were cheating because you've seen how I'd tackled it. I don't see that. I'm completely opposite with that. I don't mind seeing techniques because why not? It's exactly as I said on your stream. It's exactly the same as you going to school, talking to someone about it, and then writing in the back of your book, oh, we're gonna try that at home, or your mate coming round, or and you're having a go and talking about it. I'm not really bothered about I've got to do it on my own. I mean, the odd level in the game obviously is the best. You want that Eureka moment. But on things like that, I was like, well, I don't care.
Yeah, because you can be told exactly what to do, but you still got to actually do it.
Yeah, you still got to do it.
I think it's because the bit I picked up on when you were playing it is with jumping, getting on to his fists.
Hands, yeah.
Yeah, hands, he goes up.
And it's not that easy as well, because you think, I can do it every time. Some of the times, you've got to jump, pre-jump. you know?
Yeah, I kind of like it was every second one he would get on. Other times he would. It's like when he's doing a step in animation. There's one frame where it must feel it's slightly higher than the other, and that's when it catches the hand. Basically, if you don't know what's going on, the M-Boss of Donkey Kong is like it's a big version of him, and you've got his fists, his hands come in from the side. Then we found out that if you go to the right hand side, well, you could probably go left as well, but I went to the right.
I say the right as well.
I always feel more comfortable there.
Yeah, I do.
And you
as
keep
well.
running, and you kind of land on his hand, and
Yeah.
it helps you get into the high platform. I guess you can obviously just jump on his hand, but the time is a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
But then I did struggle with that, and I made it extra hard for myself because I had like 7 lives or something,
you went through them
or
all.
6 lives.
Yeah.
I lost all of them.
Yeah, me too.
I was on 0.
Yeah.
My last life, and I would have to have done, even though they weren't too bad, but just knowing how to do them again, was them 4 levels all over again, or 3 levels again.
It's pretty much the only place really I needed to start again, and it wasn't too bad. You went for a few levels beforehand, and you started getting really good at those levels. And first of all,
Yeah,
you're not going to do this level again, and you start skipping through them.
Yes,
and then the
yeah.
first part of the last boss, you do that so easily when you've done that a few times.
Oh yeah, the only thing I
easy.
kept doing is that because I'm trying to quickly get the barrel, quickly turn around, then throw it at him. Sometimes I think you did the same thing. You would you'd walk to the right to go and get a further position back to throw the barrel down, but then you press the button as you're turning right, but you haven't turned, so you just throw it to the left.
Yeah, yeah.
Or to the right. Sorry, like,
that. I think that's a Game Boy input thing as well. There's probably a little bit of a lag there with it. It went amazing for me when I realised you could go upside down and also deflect the obstacles.
That was a massive thing as well.
Oh my god, I didn't realise that at the start. And it's like, okay, because they're the worst when 2 of them come down instead of a barrel, and you're there going, uh-oh. And you're like, okay, you can go upside down and deflect them. But
the thing I did find that was I didn't see you do this, but I did find this out luckily myself, was when he's doing the bit where he's making it like bring down all the objectives, but the objects that's not a barrel. You know, when he does goes along left and goes all the way to the right and basically drops like a lot of them spinning things. I was trying to avoid them because that's what was getting me a bit like messed up.
They're the ones I'm talking about. They're the ones that say you can go upside down and deflect them.
Oh, do you know? Actually, I didn't. Oh, I actually ended up. What I did on that bit, if you stay to the right, you know, when you're trying to get onto the
you don't
hands,
get hurt.
You don't get. It doesn't go that far.
I realised that later on. You can just stay there and just stay there. I mean, it feels it's mad that we're talking about a game from 1994 as if it's just come out and
we just discovered how to do it. Watch our video on the.
I mean, if anyone's watching this maybe for the first time and hasn't watched any of our streams, we both stream these on YouTube and Twitch. Please, if you're interested in going back and playing games, please do pick up Donkey Kong 94. I think it's probably my favourite Game Boy game now. Thinking about it, I mean, I've got so much nostalgia.
I want to play for it again on Analog Pocket, but without the Super Game Boy features.
Oh yeah, true. I want to because
tried it that way.
It's on the Nintendo Switch Online service as well. If you've got that.
Yes, yeah.
But I've got a lot of nostalgia for a lot of Game Boy stuff. Obviously, you have as well, being a massive Game Boy fan. But I've got to be honest, just disregarding nostalgia a little bit, I think it's probably the best Game Boy game I've played. Because it's one.
Honestly, I think so as well. I kept saying this on stream. I kept thinking, why did I never play this when I was younger? Because I would have loved that. I honestly would have loved that as a kid. I would have been. It's
probably bad marketing. Maybe it was probably good marketing because he put the adverts out and that showed the other levels. But us being kids at the time or younger, we didn't get it and understand it. And maybe we thought, a puzzle game I don't want to play. But you know what I mean? It was all those elements.
Yeah.
Maybe we weren't ready for something like that until now. At that time, I was playing the other puzzle games I could think of was Krusty Super Fun House and things like that. You know, that came out.
It makes me want to go back onto that because that's I rented that and I hated it because I won't have a clue what I was doing.
Did you know there was a NES version? I know that recently.
Really? I thought it was SNES. I know it's on Game Boy as well.
Not as good. Not as good. Unless I'm thinking about the Game Boy version, but no, I'm sure I've seen an 8-bit version on a NES.
Normally if there's a Game Boy, there's probably a NES version as well.
Makes sense. But the SNES one I thought was good at the time. Did you know you at that time I was playing any Simpsons game and they were all a lot.
I was Bart's Nightmare and all that.
And they were all. I'll be honest, they were all a bit rubbish. But the one
they were, but they look good though.
They connected to the show that we like, so we played the hell. I mean, that's probably say the same for a lot of retro games back then. But anyway, what else did you play?
Right, the other thing I've played is it's not one I played on stream, but I want to bring it up because I just fell in love with it. I finally completed Tales of Iron 2
Nice.
on Switch. I put
I'm
40
writing this
hours
down.
into that. 40 hours in total because I've checked, you check your stats on there. Honestly, it's been
I
brilliant.
need to pick this up.
Honestly, yeah, get the first one first. It's basically, think of it, it's I would say
it's
like
a 2D
Dark
platformer.
Souls,
I know,
but
but
it's
is
a
it like,
platformer, right?
because I tried a bit of Salt and Sanctuary, and I thought that was quite good, but I thought, oh, I'm going to leave that for a bit because I'm just not
Yeah.
ready for a game like that. Is it like that?
No,
that
it's
game?
easier than that. Is it?
Oh,
Well,
easier?
it definitely feels. It kind of
But more
feels like
linear?
best way to do it. Like when you're going against enemies, it's like going against bosses on Mega Man. You learn their pattern of what they do and certain actions. Like when and also like when they do attacks at you, you know what you can reflect back or parry. I think that's a word, isn't it? Parry. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can parry, or you have to completely avoid it, roll underneath it, jump over it, that sort of thing. And it's learning about, and it show you a lot on screen, like actions. Like if it goes red near him, you know that you can't block it or anything like that. You've got to dodge out the way of it, that sort of thing. And then the more you play against bosses, you learn what kind of move they do if you do a certain move on them and things like that.
Okay.
It's not as complicated as that, but it's just
Is it quite linear then? Is it you've got to
Yeah.
get to the end of a level? It's not like you can explore the whole world and come back to bits
No,
you want.
you can explore for getting like more material to get better armor and things like that. But it's got a very not super like a Metroidvania style map system.
Is it like a clear upgrade system for things? Because like I get overwhelmed if there's like I was saying before, I tried a bit of that Salt and Sanctuary, and if I got so overwhelmed with the amount of things you can collect, and I was like, oh, is it a bit like that? Or?
With this one, it's because you've got different, because in this game it's called Tales of Iron, as in like rat's tails, not as in like tales speaking about tales, whatever the term is. Story tales, that's it, Weber. And basically you're part of the Rat Kingdom, and you basically see other species in it, like you've got owls, there's bats, frogs, all that sort of thing. And each region you go to has obviously materials related to their, or like when you go to like the owls, you get a lot more things with feathers, so you'd be quicker items. So you learn that when you go against bigger enemies on there and you get materials from them, you then get like a system where, like, say you can get like helmet, armor, shoulder pads, shield and weapons.
All right.
But it's done very simplistic the way the layout's done. So you
Nice.
you look at it and you go, right, you look at the stats on it and you go, oh, I really want to get that shield, and it tells you how many you need. You need, I don't know, five poison stingers from this creature, or a fang from the bat, and then you can then build it from your town.
What would you say it is? Is it like an action RPG, or would you say was it a roguelike kind of thing where you die and you get to try again? Or
no, you do save. You save. You got like benches you save at, so you save just before you go into a boss. It's a bit like Hollow Knight, I would say. But it's quite it's linear when you go through the levels, because you won't get lost in it. The only time you want to go into other areas, because you can unlock other areas that you don't necessarily need to do for the story. But if you want to try and fight against something else, you have to get these these relics and stuff to get into this cave, and then you can go against this bigger creature and get better weapons. But you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
And you go, when you're in your throne room at the beginning, it will have options where it say, do you want to do a main quest or a little side quest? So you can just get on with it. And it just tells you, right, go to this place, and it'll show an icon where to go, and you just travel there. So it's more sort of simplistic. It's not very There's a little bit of platforming in it, but it's more about when you get to a section against some enemies, it's kind of screen kind of locks you off in that screen. And you're stuck there.
See.
You got to battle them before you can progress.
Is it anything like Blasphemous? Is it a bit like that? Maybe have you seen that?
I've only played a little bit of it. I can't remember. I don't know. But
They all seem to have the same kind of like look and traits. The kind of like fantasy, kind of a bit grim, brown looking. You know?
Oh, well, this one's got a mixture of colour, and it's quite grim because the thing that makes this amazing, both games, 1 and 2, I don't know the guy's name, but the voice of The Witcher.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Go on.
He does narrating throughout the game.
I'm just gonna have a look how much it is on the Switch while you're
Yeah,
talking
there's
about it.
1 and 2. But definitely, you don't. Number
I'm not
2
buying it
is
now, but
more of a continuation. It's not going to. It's not a superior game. They're kind of working the same sort of way.
yeah,
But they, yeah. So you got the voice
it's
of
got
the
voice
Witcher.
acting in it. Then
Yeah, well, he's only
didn't
got one
expect that.
voice actor, and that's the Witcher guy. I can't remember his name. And
I know what you mean.
basically, he's sort of
Geralt.
saying, "Oh, Garrett, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Garrett, that's it. It's him." He sort of says like, oh, as the frogs came to him and requested his help, da da da, and then the two of them are talking. But what they do is have a little speech bubble showing what they want.
yeah.
So it's kind of like that sort of simplicity of it. But it's one in games where you'll go against some enemies and you'll get like killed straight away. You go, whoa, what's going on here? And then you learn how their patterns work. It's not so bad because I've beaten 1 and 2, and I've not played a Dark Souls game yet, but it's not as
Watch it.
hardcore
I
as
will
that.
have the prices up here, right? So Tales of Iron, Iron 2 Deluxe Bundle. Oh, it's Tales of Iron and Tales of Iron 2
Oh,
is 18.89. Is that a good deal? You think?
I think that's really good. Yeah,
Good.
because they're both. Well, I've done over 40 hours on both games.
Yeah, the first one's 21.99, so it's definitely a better deal than just
Oh,
buying the first
what?
one.
Why
And the
would
sec-
you why would you buy that? Okay.
What's Whiskers
That's
of
fine.
Winter? Is that the DLC?
Oh,
Is
that's
it?
just the subtitle name of the
Oh, is it?
game.
Okay, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
13.49 on its own. So if you're gonna buy, if anyone's interested in buying this, it does says Tales of Iron 2, Whiskers of Winter, and then there's another hyphen. That's £3.50. So it is the DLC as well.
I don't know what DLC there is.
It
I
says
don't know because
bundle.
I've played the main game. I think it might be just you could buy like you can get some extra armor
It's
and
a
stuff
deluxe.
like that.
It might be. It says. Oh God, what does it say?
I'm not sure what it comes with on that.
Hail to the Throne pack. An ogre. It must be armors. I think it's armors.
Oh,
think,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. There's so much in there to get anyway, in it.
So I was
But
looking.
I would,
I think based on your recommendation there, I think like around 20 quid. That's pretty good, isn't it? Is it a physical
yeah.
version?
There's a
the golden
physical of the
question.
first one,
Oh,
definitely. But number 2 only came out. It's not that old.
is it a
It's
physical as in
relatively new.
like
No, it's
available?
not with the name we always.
So it's online. We can get it on Amazon and all that.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I haven't looked it up for a while, but I know there is a physical, but it's not limited run. It's somebody else.
Oh, yeah, okay, but it's
Yeah.
not one that's like freely available in like you won't see it like in CEX or whatever, or
No, I've never seen it in there, but I have seen it being advertised online, like
Okay.
on. I
Okay.
can't remember what it, but it's one that I would. Thing is also like the thing was with the last boss because I was stuck on the last boss because it has a couple of phases to it, and it's just like this this bat king that then transforms into this big monstrous bat, and it's quite nerve wracking because I don't know if you've ever seen Dark Souls games where when someone gets hit while they're in the game they can like drink something. I don't know what it's
Okay.
called. They drink something and it builds up your health bar again while you're in the battle.
Okay.
Basically, you've got that in it, but you can re-heal yourself while you're in battling.
Yeah,
but you
you gotta
can't
find
just
it.
pause and press it. You have to
No.
do it while in battle. So you think, right,
That's the same as Hollow Knight, to be honest.
Oh,
Same
yeah,
thing with the
that's
you got
it.
to tactically
Yeah.
find a space in between.
That's
like
it.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I think, and it looks gorgeous as well. Beautiful looking, sort of drawn look to it.
Nice.
And obviously, I've got pet rats, so it's kind of
Spokes,
like
yeah.
related
I'm
to
definitely
that.
going to pick it up. Like, I'm
Honestly, would
at least
recommend
add it to my wish list. Because I've got
Yes.
so many games. Anything else you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
and then so that was the offline one, and then the other one I done is oh no, we completed Metroid, didn't we, on that one? So we're still playing through
Other M.
I'm still playing through Other M, still enjoying it.
Yeah.
Story again, whatever you want to take from the story, anyway. But we're still really enjoying it. It's been really good with the
So I
bosses.
popped in last Sunday, and I actually thought you were on the last boss because, from my limited knowledge of the Metroid story,
Because Wrigley, yeah, 'cause we're gonna get
Ridley, yeah, I saw you
Ridley,
fighting Ridley. Is that like kind of like a middle boss or something, where and he goes away and you got to fight him again later on? Some kind of thing.
Yes, I think that's what we're doing this week. Yeah, because in the Metroid lore, whatever, in this part of it, this is technically a sequel to the Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, he was saying
This
last
follows
night.
the story from that, which is
Awesome.
really
Did
interesting.
not know that.
But I've not completed the SNES one. I'm like, oh, is that what
I need
happens?
to complete
I've
the
not
SNES
played
one.
it.
I
So
can't
need
believe
to
I've
do
done the
that.
SNES one when you've done all the other ones.
I need to go back to that. But
know.
honestly, the battle system is brilliant. And there was a boss battle where I'm holding a controller like this, and I'm like, like it's the D-pad because obviously the Wii remote
yeah,
like that,
just
and
do
then
it,
you have to do this to go into first person.
nice, yeah.
But you kind of, it feels like you're going to be awkward, but you
Yeah.
eventually get so used to it that I held a control at one point like this because I needed to fight like that, then quickly do that, target, fire rocket, go back to that mode, and it seems awful, but
I always
honestly,
wonder, like, this might be completely wrong as an opinion, but when it got like blasted in reviews when
Yeah.
it first came out, I wonder if people played it enough to get used to that. You know what I mean? Because
It is a big
reviewers, you gotta
thing.
be, you be fair to them. Like, you have a game for a little while, and they're gonna move on to another one. And I never know how long they actually put into a game. Especially when, you might get the odd reviewer does it, and then it's their opinion. But like, over all of them, like how long did they actually put in? And you're actually having a valid opinion now because you're saying you're getting used to this thing. I
Well,
remember people saying you didn't.
that's what I was saying. It was like when I first played, I played this when it was brand new back in the day. I think even when I played it, I played for about 10 minutes. This is a bit weird. I can't deal with this, and I never went back to it.
Isn't it?
And that's what made us go back to it. And I think reviewers did the same because it's made by Team Ninja, the people who make Ninja
Heavenly
Game and
Sword, was it
stuff.
those guys as well? Did they make Heavenly
I think
Sword?
they did that.
I love that on the PlayStation 3. And that was another one that got like slated.
Yeah, and I think the story is one thing because for example, right, the worst bit about the one bit on it, right? So you're in a level, right, and it's all lava world, and you're losing damage because your suit can't handle the heat. But you've got to run through this level to get to a boss, and your health is going down all the time while you got in these lava creatures to attack you and all that sort of stuff. You get to the boss, and then a minute into the boss, the guy called Adam, who you do anything for, he suddenly turns around and says, "Oh, Samus, you're authorized to use your heat-resistant armor add-on."
Oh, okay. All out of nowhere.
He has to tell you that you can use that item on your armor.
Why? Why can't you do it yourself?
It does. So instead of in other games where you pick up a new an upgrade, you find it and you put it on, great, but you've got it all the time. It just needs to be authorized by him, and that's what really got to people.
Yeah,
I think
can imagine that.
It's out of everything.
Yeah. It's also it's a thing with the Nintendo franchises more than I can think of any other systems that they have a formula to them, and once they step outside of that formula, people go, "Whoa, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?" Like Breath of the Wild was a big one like that. I think they took a massive risk, but it paid off.
Yes.
But there are other franchises. I'm trying to think if there's another one I just had in my head that completely escaped me, where they went somewhere a bit different. Went, "Oh, what are you doing? We don't like this." And I think Over M was definitely a little bit of an example of that.
But it's been absolutely brilliant. I would recommend it. And also graphically, this is a Wii game.
Yeah.
And it looks gorgeous.
I'm going to say, when I saw that Redley fight, I thought, wow, that's not Wii. You just forget. Like,
not even Wii U.
I mean, we've got to that point now where just, graphics look great, like for the last 20 years,
Yeah.
So that was the 3 games.
That's the main things for me, yeah.
So for me, I'm going to start off by saying Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Well, you can eat cereal. I've started playing the Legend of Zelda the first time. Have you played the original Legend of Zelda before you take your bite?
You do it on purpose. No, I wanted to, but honestly, I know you're going to address this, but I'll just say that I'm quite nervous of it because it doesn't hold your hand whatsoever in the game. You don't go, oh, maybe you should speak to this person. None of that.
I went into this knowing that because if I got told when I was talking about playing this, because I really want to play, because it's a classic that I just want to get off the list, and I'm a big Nintendo nerd. Yeah, it's just and I feel like if I'm going to make videos about the best Nintendo games you should play, and I don't mention Zelda, people are going to go, wait a minute, Steve, you're a fraud. You're a fraud.
You're not a real gamer.
Of course. When I was building up to this, a lot of people were saying, Steve, just look at maps, ask questions, and I was like, okay. I went into like I said before, when I was talking about like the way you're playing Donkey Kong, is like with people were just telling me or people jumping in, and even there people using the same analogy when they were at school playing it, they go in and ask questions. It was basically built for that to go in and share tips and tricks with your friends at school.
Well, it's like when it said, "Oh, bomb the second bush in this level." You're like, how would you know that? But
it helps a little bit if you played like Link to the Past and onwards. But in Link to the Past, where you see a crack on the wall, you go, "Oh, I can bomb that." There's no cracks. There's none of that. None of that at all in this. It's all about like just trying everything out, and and you can sit there for hours doing it. In the manual, if you get the manual, it does tell you how to reach the second dungeon. So it tells you how to get to the first one.
Mini guide in the manual, basically.
Exactly, but that was a thing. I remember when I started having a little go of one of the Final Fantasies anyway on the SNES. I wish I need to get back to. I probably will never do it. and it tells you a good chunk of the game. And I think when I read up about it, it was because when they brought those games over here in the West, they didn't think that we'd be able to play them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, that was a thing. Apparently, they just thought Japan can do
yeah,
RPGs, but the Western side,
we
they
we
don't know
we be
what they're doing.
rubbish. But I'm glad they did, to be honest, because like with this one, it kind of like made me feel okay with like looking at the manual, and it gets you used to it. Because I guess at the time you think about it, when did Zelda come out, like in 86 or something like that?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
about around
know.
that time, maybe even by five. But if you think about it, like there was nothing like that around on a console. You know what I mean? Especially on the NES. So
Yeah, that was quite new and groundbreaking, I
an
think, to a
action
point, wasn't it?
RPG, like
Yeah,
we go around and you got to find weapons and all that stuff. Like as a kid, like if I would have come across that, which I didn't know anyone with this, but if I would have come across that, I would have been completely lost. I would have loved it as well, but it
yeah,
would have like just took me away. Like
yeah.
you've heard the whole thing about the rumor of it was all inspired by Tom Cruise in Legend. That the link was supposed to
Was
be.
it?
Do
Oh,
you not
right.
know this? Miyamoto watched
No.
Legend in the
Yeah.
80s, and he looked at Tom Cruise and thought, I want to make a game with that kind of character going on this journey, and that's where Link come from. That's the whole
Oh,
rumor.
wow.
But yeah, so I've been playing it. I've been loving it. I actually think it's well. I mean, the help might be considering I'm getting some help with like through the manual and all that. You're the first dungeon, and I had to put a short about this the other day. And you go against the first boss in the dungeon. It was so small, the actual dungeon. Again, you get to the boss. It's a little Triceratops, and I was like, oh, there must be a bigger one in the other room because there's a big sound coming from. Rah! And
Oh, yeah.
you throw a bomb down and you hit it once, and the heart piece appeared. I went, what? That's the boss. Apparently, that was the boss. So I was like, okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
so a lot of the bosses like a super. Oh, actually, that was the second dungeon. The first dungeon was harder because it was a dragon throwing fireballs, and that was easy.
I've seen that one. I remember seeing that one
Yeah, because
before.
if you can,
Yeah.
I always think of Mario Land when I'm fighting that one because when
Yeah.
you're fighting the ship with the bullets and you just look at the bullets and you
Yeah, you just
keep
follow
firing.
those. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
look at the thing. So it's been okay so far. The hardest thing is just finding places. Finding where are, and I just want to. I've got a map that shows me where all the dungeons are because
Well, I
I
guess
want to
it
get
does.
through
You
it.
don't go onto a screen and it says you're in Hyrule or whatever.
No,
It's
it
just
doesn't.
it's just a layout,
Because if
isn't
you
it?
think about it back in the day, you would play this, and this is a way to play it. So if you're ever going to play it and you want to play it a different way than I'm playing, you could get some graph paper and just draw the whole thing out. I just don't want to be
Oh,
playing
graph
it for
paper.
years.
There's quite
Yeah.
a lot of people used
And
to
that'd be
do,
quite
didn't they?
nice. And I've done that before on games. I've played
Hmm.
Legend of Cryandra, was a one or two, and I used graph paper, and it was fun. But it did was a necessity because it was like the way this underground place was.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be playing Zelda all year. That's the thing. So I want to just kind of
Yeah.
play through it and enjoy it. And I tell you what, I'm having a great experience. The music is even though it's on loop when you're outside, it's that music. It's iconic.
Yeah, but it's not
It's so
annoying,
good.
is it? It
No,
kind
it's
of
not.
it works quite well as a background because if you're going to be
It's
at the
beautiful.
screen for a long time, it doesn't grate on
I
you.
mean, it's the music that we love. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, it
ingrained in
is
our
all just the
souls.
early
Like
versions of it. Yeah.
I'm absolutely loving it, and I think I'm like halfway through it or something like that
Oh
now,
wow,
and
really?
I'm going to
Okay.
continue it on Monday. So like,
Yes.
and you played Zelda 2. I've got to play that at some point.
Yeah,
That's
I
very
that got
different, isn't it?
redeemed for me a long time ago, and because I got the cartridge of that one because it got quite cheap and
Nice.
it's gold cartridge, it's really nice it is, and I sort of wanted to give it a go. I've always been interested, and then mate said, "Play it." Honestly, don't listen again. It's like a lot of people from when people talk about games,
He said
everyone
stuff.
just jumps on the bandwagon and say, "Oh, it's a crap game. Oh,
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah.
terrible," And I absolutely loved it. I think it's a brilliant
I've
game.
always said because I loved the hell out of Faxanadu when I was a kid, and people jump
It's
on and
basically
say,
like that. It's like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's like
yeah.
that, isn't it? And it's mad that they took a different turn from the first game and then went back to what people actually wanted with the
Yeah,
third. It's like the Halloween series. But I'm looking forward to playing that one as well. It's another
yeah.
one off me, but I've got to beat this one first, and then the other one will be at some point. But yeah, I can't wait to play that one as well. I just wanted to, and then there's all the other Zelda games in the series,
You've got a bit of you've got a bit of a you've
all the
got a
Minish
rabbit
Cap
hole to go on
ones.
that one.
Yeah,
You've
and
got
I haven't
those,
played
yeah.
the Link's Awakening Game Boy version. I've only played the remake, which I absolutely
Oh really?
adored.
You've never
Yeah, never
you've
played the
never
Game
played the
Boy one.
OG, just the Switch
No,
one.
I
Oh,
don't
it's
know if I'm
brilliant.
going to feel that much difference because I played the new one, or would it feel? I mean, it'll just. I
It
mean,
has a
it's
different sort of charm, really.
exactly. Yeah, you're
With
right.
the
It'll be have a
graphics.
different charm, and the music will be nice, and it'll
Yeah.
just things I'll remember. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. But I think the way I'm going to do it, I'm not going to. I think when you were doing Zeldas on stream, you were doing it like every Wednesday, weren't you? Like,
It was a
and you
Wednesday
chain
thing.
Zeldaing. You know, you would finish one Zelda and then you go straight to the next one. I
Yeah.
don't know if for me that's a good idea. I don't like. I did that with point and click games back in the day, and it ruined it for me. So I think after I played the Zelda,
yeah, but
I'm gonna
remember,
leave it alone.
I'm doing it once a week, once every Wednesday.
True,
That's a long time before you come
true.
back to it again.
That's
But
true.
then you're on every day, other
Yeah.
than Wednesdays. So playing all that franchise every day
Yeah,
would be a bit
I'm gonna
worse.
split me schedule up a little bit, like for what I'm playing and stuff. So I'm gonna do a
Yeah,
little bit of that. I'm gonna plan that, but yeah, I just don't want to go into another Zelda just yet. Because also, when the Switch 2 comes out, I'm gonna jump on Tears of the Kingdom offline,
yes,
because
yeah.
of the new version of that. But other than that, I played some Mario 64 on stream the other
Oh
day.
yes, yeah.
Just for because there's a special stream, and I am so bad at that game. I'm so
Mate,
bad.
I'm the same. That's why I want to really, really like it, but
God,
I can't get perspectives on jumps, especially
no.
when it's moving a
It's
platform.
I've got something
You
to
know.
talk to you about as well. Well, after
Mm.
leading on from this, which you can probably guess
Oh
what it's going to
yeah,
be. But
yeah,
I find it a lot easier than when I was playing Crash Bandicoot for something like a 3D kind of animated game. I think it's
yeah.
way easier than that. But because I'm onto the harder stars now,
Mm.
and I've got all the stars I needed to like beat the game, which had beat the game a while ago. And all these
Yeah.
stars I'm getting now are just like the tougher ones, and it's just about like acrobatics and
That's
getting to
the
places,
triple jumps
all that
and
stuff you need, and especially when you're on like a very
position.
narrow kind of bridge and all that stuff,
Oh,
and one little
yeah.
slip, which you will, because when you move, he does like a few steps. Like
Yes. Yeah.
he kind of like turns in a kind of square, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
As it's really hard to kind of like judge, like to get him to just a step a little tiny bit, because he'll just go, "Ooh,"
Mm.
and I'm just rubbish at doing that. But I think like I used to hate this game, but I've
Yeah.
come round to loving it. But I think I'm done with it. I think I'm like I'm not going to do any more streams of it. I think like I don't want to punish
Oh
myself.
really?
Yeah, I think I'm not. I was originally going to go. I'm going to get all the stars, but I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't want to. I think it's like the way I was saying with Hades recently. I played enough of it to enjoy it, and any more of it is
Well,
just like,
technically, you have completed it.
well,
Just you haven't done
yeah, but it's
100%
like
yet,
Hades.
really.
Completed Hades.
Yeah.
We did one playthrough and Mario M64, because I was thinking I still want to play Mario Sunshine at some point and
Oh yeah, I
give that
like
a
that
go.
one.
So
Yeah.
I played that years ago when it first came out, I think, and I didn't get very far. I got to this bit which I couldn't do. So the whole point of that would be see if I can just beat that
The
game.
levels that might frustrate you, there's a bit where you takes away the flood, which is your water gun
Oh
back
yeah,
thing, and you have to do a level like OG Mario style, which is like Mario 64.
I do remember this. I remember going to a
Them bits are
level
rage
where it was
inducing. I will say.
it was like on a cage above the ground, and I just couldn't
That's
make
it.
any jumps. That was the one I maybe stopped playing.
Yeah, that
Uh,
stopped me from playing it for the longest time.
right. So,
And then I did get better with those.
but yeah, I think I'm done with Mario 64 anyway. I kind of want to turn a new leaf, and especially when it's stuff I'm playing on stream, because I've done that a couple of times now.
Well, you got so many to choose from, and the thing is, you
Yeah,
get a lot out of it. And I've done the same because I still kicking myself for a game that I stopped playing because I found it so difficult that I enjoyed the time and I put a lot of time into it.
yeah.
But you kind of got to go. It's like I guess the equivalent is kind of like reading a book. You could be reading away, but if you're not enjoying it,
I say that all the
just stop
time.
reading
Just stop reading it. You're
because you're
wasting your
just
time.
like I'm just reading words
Yeah,
and nothing
but
means anything.
it's a different in another way as well. It's like sometimes you get enough from it that you go, yeah, I'm done with
Yeah,
that now. I need to move
yeah,
on. You don't have to
no.
like complete it or whatever. There's so many games to play in our lives. It's not like when we were kids when you had
I'm
one
about to say
game.
that's our mentality because back in the
Yeah,
day,
we've
when you
still
got a
living with
game
that.
for your birthday, that's all you had. That
Exactly.
you might have had
Kids
one or
don't
two
do that
games.
now. Kids play for a bit and move on.
Yeah, yeah,
We're still stuck with that nostalgic element of like we've got to play it because
yeah,
we've got no more games, we've got loads. Just before we do talk about that other thing I want to talk about,
yes.
I'll quickly mention that I've started playing Death's Door, which is something I wanted to talk about.
Oh, fantastic! You said about that.
It
You've been
is
trying that for a
brilliant,
while.
mate. It's again like
Yeah.
I think I'm obsessed with these kind of isometric action, like role play style kind of roguelikes or
Yes.
Metroidvanias or whatever. Because I played Hades. I mean, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I was playing that ages ago. That's kind of the isometric look as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like that. You play a crow, and your whole job is to collect the souls from like these bad guys, I guess. and it's one of those ones where you die every time. It's quite a tough game, but every time you die, you take your currency with you, and eventually you can use that currency to up your stats. And I love watching numbers go up, as like any gamer does. So
anytime you get more powerful and you're progressing on it,
you put it in your dexterity, so then you can hit faster. And it's like, oh, you start feeling a bit better, and you can get past those enemies that'll give you loads of trouble. It's the best feeling ever.
Yes.
I'm not that far into it. I've only like scratched the surface with it, but it's another one of those games. I'm just like, I'm hooked, and I'm made up because I'm playing a lot more games now. Although this was from 2021 or something, which is probably around the same time.
Yeah, I still see it as a new game as well, to be honest.
I know. How was that 4 years ago? That's ridiculous. I want to play new stuff that comes out. So that this year, when like the
you will do in 4 years' time.
No, I want to play them this year. When Shinobi and all that comes out this year, I'm going to play them.
All
that stuff. I'm going to make you play them as well, so we can talk about them on here.
We
got to. So the other thing I wanted to mention, you put in the Discord the other day that you were having a little go of the Crash Bandicoot Insane collection. Give me your thoughts.
So right, I was trying to play. I'm trying to play through it by getting all the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I could not, for the love of God, that level. You know the bit with all the crates in a line that creates a bridge.
Oh yeah.
Right. You hit the silver bit, they create the crates, and there's two paths. You've got a left one, it takes, and I kept going to the right because I took the right one because I want to get all the boxes and try and 100%.
That's quite early on. Is that early on?
Like that's literally the first level.
Yeah.
First level where you got those split off.
Yeah.
So I kept doing that bit over and over. I could not. It would not make. I'll jump on a box, but I couldn't get the next box right. If I did, I overjumped it. Couldn't make it back to the other box, and you'd die straight away. I actually ended up getting a game over on the first level because I kept trying to do that one bit, and I was like, honestly, straight away, I was like, the jumping, as I remembered it briefly before, the jumping makes it so difficult because you've got no room of correction in the air
because you can float a little bit on the PlayStation. You said
it's just slightly enough that you go, I need to go a bit further, or something like that. It's
you
the best
drop
way to
like a bag
it.
of potatoes, don't you?
Yes, you do. And also, and I feel that I don't know why, I don't know if it is or not, it feels like playing the newer one, it feels like he's zoomed in closer on Crash on it for some reason. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it kind of feels like I can't.
I didn't know the difference between that and the old one, so I just thought that was the way it's supposed to be. And I was like, why is it this close in? I'm like, I need to have a better range here.
Zoom out a little bit, see the bits inside. So I was going to play through it. Do you know what wound me up? I turned it off.
That's really sad, isn't it? Like,
which is annoying when I've 100%ed the original trilogy.
Because I don't know if this is true, but I always feel like when a new version of a game comes out, it's a bit easier. Like, isn't that like a thing in your head? I don't know if that's the truth.
Quality of life stuff normally.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. They fix stuff.
More cheeky.
And then people go, "Oh, you should play the original because that's where it was tough back then." I mean, I guess that if you got rewind features and all that stuff they add into new games, that's where that probably comes from. But a lot of people were saying that, and it was about like the jump being an issue, and the actual I think it was a developer saying that this version is harder than the original. And if it's only one, apparently, and the other two were
I played a little bit of number 2, and number 2 is so much better because the something is about the jumping mechanics in the second one works better because the way that game is, it's 3D, but it's kind of not 3D.
Yeah.
It kind of feels, you feel like you're in some weird, restrictive kind of like triangle angle in there. Like you can go here and here, but not like over there. Sort of
there was like that one stage which I eventually got past, but like anything that was revolving from like in 3D from the background to the foreground, I could never judge how to jump on it. Like I just could never do it. But I think if you had that little bit of correction, like you talk about, maybe like when you're jumping over, you could just move to the right or the left or whatever.
And it's slightly floaty enough to kind of you got that more of a judge on it. And honestly, it is. And I remember, I think number 2 and 3 onwards, they work better because the game slightly changed to how it plays. But from someone who's completed all 3 of them and 100%ed them, put a load of hours in and loved them, I kind of want you to give the original.
I do want to try the original one. I know
the
clone Chris in the community was saying that he doesn't have any issues with the new one, but I think because Crash is basically his life, he loves those games.
But I thought when I first played it, because I never played the originals properly. When I played the Insane Trilogy for the first time, when I got it on Switch when it first came out, I was like, oh, Crash is not for me. That's literally what happened to
It
me.
put
When
you
I went,
off.
no, I don't think it's for me. And that's why I never touched it ever again for a while. People kept saying
Nice.
online,
Okay.
yes, this one's hard. I was like,
Yeah.
is it though? I felt like it seemed like the the platforms do is it's not taxing. It's not really difficult as such, but it's just the way you do it is different. I can't describe it, but it doesn't quite work properly. So you kind of think, oh, it's just me being really bad at it.
They changed the playstyle, and that seems to
Yeah,
be a bit of a no-no if for people who like the original game, and maybe they see it as a quality of life thing. But ultimately, I think they've wrecked some of the kind of the special sauce of what
yeah.
made the original game kind of satisfying.
But 2 and 3 apparently like is a lot that it
Yeah.
works better with that type of game. So I don't want to go back to the first
Do you
one
know
now.
when these new versions come out? Did they come out as a pack, or did they come out singularly and then they put it in a pack later on?
Oh no, it came out literally
Just
Insane
like that.
Trilogy.
Yeah,
That
that's quite
was
good, though, isn't it?
what came out. That was it.
Yeah.
It was like, right, here we go. Here's
I say
the
quite
first
good. I'm never
trilogy.
going to play it because I'm never going to go back to it because that's such an annoying time, frustrating time with it. I'm glad they own it
I
because I
am
want to collect
gonna
Switch games, but yeah,
I am going to jump into 2 and 3
and have a go.
and give them a little go and see how
Yeah,
they compare.
yeah.
But I kind of don't want to go back to the first one
I'm like
now.
I said before, life's too short to stick with games you're just not going to enjoy. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
when there's going to be
yeah,
your favorite game around the corner that you're going to be like, oh my god, this is amazing, and you're spending
yeah.
time for no reason on something. Talking about spending time with games for no reason. Oh god, that's not good. Actually, that's not a good one, is it? Should we go
That's
for
not
the news?
negative.
That's so negative. Should we talk about some good news?
Yeah, So when you put
Let's.
down a game you're not enjoying, what do? Let's check out the
Oh,
news.
that's good. Hey, this time, you know what? Last time I was good. You were rubbish. This time I
You
think
know
you're good.
why?
We swapped
Reason
times.
why is because I haven't got the pressure. Because you go, okay, then how do we go into
I
this
try and
then?
wing
And I
it.
have to the pressure.
Yeah.
I can't think on
I
the
think it's
spot.
because like last time you started it, and I would just you have enough time just do a little short one. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
Anyway, can you see this?
I can. Yes.
So this, I mean, a lot of this news you've put in. So you obviously you can talk about it as well. So retro classics bring over 50 titles to
Yeah.
Xbox Game Pass. So I have seen a couple of YouTubers talk about this.
Yes.
So
So
I've
no,
always like, and this is it's Antstream, isn't it? Yes, it's Antstream is available now on Xbox Game Pass.
it's strange. It's kind of like a cut down version of Antstream for Xbox.
Yes,
It's basically a curated. I can't say the word properly.
that's
A
right. Yeah,
selection of games. All right. Oh, a
yeah.
selection of games that are like the classic ones they wanted to include. So you don't get everything that you get on Antstream. You get like a selected ones for it.
Yeah, I'll play it down when we're talking.
And so it has like I haven't got it myself to try out, but I just feel like it's come out of nowhere. I'm like I thought for a minute that Antstream got bought out by Xbox or something,
Do
but
you
it's
need
not.
an Antstream account to play these, or no, or not? Or
No,
just
it's
Game Pass?
included on Game Pass.
Oh, that's quite good
But
though,
that's
isn't
why
it?
you don't get everything because this is not having an Antstream
Wait a minute, client.
a subscription membership for. It's different. It's
Does it
different.
use the Antstream client though?
It has its own one, but it does link up. It has the same sort of thing where you've got the
Oh,
challenges, the save state. So it's
oh,
basically like a modified version of the Antstream setup. Unfortunately, for some reason, on the trailer, it doesn't show the interface.
yeah.
It kind of does in these weird kind of graphic
Some classic
bits,
ones
but
there. So, I mean, I'm asking you questions you probably won't even know now. But when you play these games, do you actually download them to your console, or does it like stream them?
I
Do you know
don't
that?
know. I
'Cause I
don't
think
know.
that's
I've
it's always
seen.
been one of the issues from OnStream, isn't it? Because you don't download the game, you just have the
Yeah.
client and it streams it. So it's always dependent on what your internet's like, and that's always a bit weird when you're playing a game about high scores and all that
Yeah,
stuff. Isn't it?
that's what I was worried. It's like playing like a
Yeah,
game, a streaming game. It always feels a bit odd, doesn't it?
yeah.
It looked. I saw a couple of people actually on Twitch playing it as well.
Oh, nice. Because yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
because Beanhead
loads of
was
Atari
playing
games
it the other
there.
day.
Oh, nice through this, and he has no issues. It seems fine.
He's enjoying it. He was trying it out on different things because you can also play it on via PC. You don't need to play it on an Xbox.
Yeah.
It's like the
Oh, you can
game.
play on yeah, okay, yeah. Because I'm
Yeah,
again, you got Game Pass. Have you got an
I
Xbox?
used to. I don't anymore.
So
No,
I
I
know
can't.
nothing
No.
about Xbox. I'm like the worst
Oh,
authorities on that.
okay.
So I don't know
So
about how Game Pass works, but it's on PC as well. I know that,
yeah.
but I didn't know you can access all the stuff like from the
Well,
console.
with Game Pass, you've got two versions. You've got the console Game Pass and you've got the PC Game Pass. But if you get one called Ultimate Game Pass, you get basically benefits of everything.
Oh,
Because there's
right.
games that will be on console that are not on PC.
Yeah.
So you'll see a big download. Because games on Game Pass is literally, you see the game and you download it. You ain't streaming none of them. You are literally going through a list and go, right, I've got Game Pass. I want to download this to my system and play it.
Right.
And it's done in that sort of
I've
sense.
had
So
like
maybe
free
it's a
passes
with this.
loads of times. I've used them, and I'll be honest, I'm really terrible. But I've let them just, expire.
Yeah,
I've used it once. The only time I can think about when I actually used the pass, the free pass, was for the Turtles game.
Yes,
For
yeah.
what's it called? Which is weird.
Shredder's, no.
It's Shredder's Revenge, which is weird because we forgot to mention this. That we're both wearing Turtles t-shirts today.
Oh yeah,
Which is so. It wasn't planned, but we're both wearing Turtles t-shirts, young and old. Really good. Is that a Mayhem one?
No, what it is, it's a QWERTY one, and basically it's meant to be a parody of the wolf, the wolf howling at the moon T-shirt, but instead you got the four turtles with the moon instead. That's what it is. It's like they're in the style of, well, they're in a kind of like comic book style one.
Yeah, comic book.
They're not really from.
No, yeah, but more ninja, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. This t-shirt. It's got ninja on it as well. It's like, but
do you know
what? I was always, I won't want a ninja. Ninja's way cooler than the hero.
It is.
It's way cooler. Like, I wish we would have got that. I never really got when people complain about it. It's like, why? Well, Ninja's way cooler.
No, I kind of joke about it when you have the trailer on for it. There's Ninja, no hero.
Every time. But that's cool. I mean, introducing loads of people to retro games. I always think of like when you've got like a system like an Xbox or like a PlayStation, are people, when they can play like the new Indiana Jones game or GTA 5 or GTA 6 will come out, are they going to go, oh, I'll have a game of Pitfall or something like that? What are they going to do? But at least that choice is there.
Well, the thing is, because it's part of Game Pass, there's nothing, you're not really having to buy anything. You go,
no, you don't have to buy anything.
I
think that's what's happening with a lot of like games now. Like a lot of stuff is like not being priced. You don't have to buy anything anymore. It's getting like that, isn't it? When you've got something like Game Pass that you're saying, how many games are on Game Pass? Probably quite a lot.
There's so
you're probably going to
do
you have like choice paralysis the way you do with like Netflix, where we just go down, I don't know what to play, in the same way
it's literally like that. The only problem it gets bad is games do kind of expire and they take them away. That's why I kind of went off Game Pass, because for me, obviously, if I start playing a game on a console, I might want to come back to in a year's time.
So the way it worked on PlayStation, if you saved it, it's your account. If you're on PlayStation Plus, you can always access it. Is it the same thing with Game Pass, or is it gone?
No, they literally get rid of it.
Oh, wow. So you could be in the middle of, like, say, Oblivion Remastered, and then they get rid of it.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
They need
it's kind of like renting, and in your
They need a program in, the same way, like, kind of like similar to GOG. With GOG's got that preservation program.
Yeah.
They need a Game Pass preservation program. And you go, if you get Game Pass, these games will never leave. I mean, unless they've got something like that anyway, because they should do that with Oblivion or not, because
I think you can still keep your save files on your console. So if you do decide, I want to come back to it, and you buy it, I think you can use the same files if you do a digital
It reminds
download.
me of like Amazon Prime. You get that and you can watch films and things, and then 1 month that you can't watch them, but you can pay for them. And you're like, wait a minute, what? That was free last month. It's kind of like you swap around. But yeah, they need I
haven't used it for a while though, so I'm not sure if they've changed anything about it. But I just love the idea of this, because you ain't got to pay anything extra for it. You've got it included, and I'm hoping that people will be like, "Oh, I never played this old game before."
No, it's good. Do you know what? This for me is not. It hasn't got an Xbox or anything like that. Like it makes me think, oh, when I do get another pass, I would check this out. I'll definitely check it out. Definitely. Why not? And although, like, I'm a fan of Antstream. I used to use it all the time. Have you used it as well back in the day? It was really good. I used to use it on stream and all that stuff. I need to check in with them again and see what they're doing, because you always see these kind of integrations they've got with other companies, and like it's quite interesting.
They're really good job of that, because I think you can even I'm not sure. I thought you could also get like Antstream or something like that through like Amazon Prime sticks and stuff like that.
Probably you're going to integrate everywhere. Like probably free TV and all that now, isn't it? Yeah.
Because I love all our physical stuff, but when you want something really convenient and for something little to play, these are kind of good ideas.
I mean, the only issue I've got is like the whole streaming part of it. But like, if you're right though, if it's something just have if it's a quick go of like an Atari or an arcade game through, like, imagine playing it through, if it was available through Netflix or something like that, where you scroll, I'll just press that.
And you can also do the challenges each other on this as well.
That's kind of cool,
So you can still do that and challenge someone.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That was the best part, wasn't it? The little challenges.
It was. That's what I liked the most of it. I love doing that.
Right. Talking about challenges. What about the challenges of bringing old games back from the dead or.
You did really well then.
That's
You
good.
should
I was looking at it, I was trying to like, is this
Trying to
right?
read
What I'm
it
saying?
and-
Because this is one of your stories as well. It is a revival of the SNES Run and Gun and Nightmare, but I don't know this game. Do you know this
Do you know
game?
what? I don't know this game either. Oh, actually, well, no, I know. I kind of knew a little bit of it because they did at one point do a re-release by another company that brought a cartridge out. But this is like another one, but an actual HD done up one because you
Oh,
got
we got
the
video,
original
awesome.
game. Then
Yeah.
then they brought out the re-release on physical cartridge.
This is not on
and
the
now
SNES, is it?
I never knew about this game before I knew about the
Yeah.
re-release of it. I
So
don't
this
know if it might have been a North American
so this
game only.
re-release is not a SNES game, though, is it? Good look at it.
No, this is a this is like them just made a new version of it. There is
Yeah.
a SNES version that got
Oh,
released, but this is
really? So is there going to be a SNES version of this going to be released as well?
Oh no, there was one.
Oh, there was one a
before
while ago.
this. This is like them just making a new game.
Any sequel, a
out
revival of the. Oh, I see, revival of the series kind of thing. What kind of is it? Oh, so Run and Gun. Is
It's
it
a
like
run and gun and platformer.
Is it kind of like Gunstar Heroes kind of thing? Would you say?
Yeah,
kind
more,
of thing?
but more slower type of thing because
Yeah.
it's more like a platforming sort of thing on it. But it's something that I have played a little bit of, and
Nice.
it's really fun. It's a really fun little game, that one. But again, it's just weird. It's a platform that I've never heard of on the SNES. You think,
Nightmare
I've seen
Busters
them all.
Rebirth. I wonder if it's going to be on Switch. It's going to be on Switch 2, wasn't it? 2026. It was scheduled for release.
Well, it's going to be Kickstarter, depending on how the Kickstarter goes.
Yeah, Kickstarter. Oh, that's cool. I like the look of it. Nice.
But
to
yeah,
know,
that's definitely one to
these
keep an
old-
eye out on because it looks quite nice. What they've redone. There isn't too much to show on it other than, but I think it was doing quite well when I last checked it. So
Nice.
it's nice.
Another bit of news. I mean, I don't know if I can do a segue, but I guess who's 45?
Oh, well, that works pretty well. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's not a segue. But it's good. This is a video that Namco put out the other day to celebrate Pac-Man being 45 years old, mate.
Wow.
45.
Almost as old as us.
I know. It's like I'm
Mad.
like it's 1 year older than me.
Wow.
That's crazy, isn't it? It's a cool video. It's just like 45th anniversary. I mean, they're probably have to do something insane when he did the 50th. You know,
They did a good job with. Wasn't the other Pac-Man game like that real fast-paced one? Was that for an anniversary?
I don't
That
know.
was amazing. That was
that one. The championship
edition
God,
where it kind
that's
of like
so good.
such a good one, and they did an arcade version of it as well.
Do you know my favourite one actually that they've done in recent times? The isometric one. What was it? Is it Pac-Man? The number? 2033 or something like that. Whatever. It was like 2 players and it's isometric and you've got to go up and you're being chased by the kill screen. You know that one?
Oh yes, yeah,
that
I know.
Is so good.
Cool.
I actually played that with Lynn. She doesn't play games at all, but I made her play a game. Well, Lynn just tried this out with me, and she was like, didn't know what she was doing. But it was an arcade game. It was easy to play, and oh my god, it's so good. I mean, there's only a lot of people talk about that game.
I don't remember. Yeah, it kind of
such a cool game.
Come and go, really, didn't it? But it's.
But Pac-Man for you 45. I actually put a little note on the thing here. Why hasn't there been a movie? After everything that's been made, like Minecraft,
you've literally got and you've got an actual proper character running around as well.
Why hasn't there been a proper movie about this with Pac-Man, like Sonic? You can imagine this coming into real life and the ghost and like Pac-Man befriends a kid and goes, "These ghosts are coming after us," and you know what I mean? How have they not done this already?
The only thing we've kind of got, which is weird, is we've got that kind of short movie.
Oh, what's the short? Oh, the one on Amazon. Thing.
Yeah.
I have not seen that.
Thing.
I have not seen that yet. It's on my list to watch.
It's really dark, Pac-Man. It's really dark.
Well, that's supposed to be connected with Shadow Labyrinth, isn't it? The game that's coming out this year, which we'll talk about in a bit.
I think was Pac-Man in Wreck-It Ralph.
He probably was.
I can't remember now, but that's a little bit of a cameo now. But yeah, you could quite easily make a whole movie out of this.
You definitely could. You
got the Pac-Man World games.
It makes me
PS2.
Exactly. It makes me think after the success of not only Mario last year, but Minecraft, which has been an incredible success this year.
Yes.
Like no one saw that being that successful.
No.
Everyone must be looking at their IPs and thinking, we need to make a movie of this.
Yeah.
What are we doing? It's money on the table. Although Minecraft is kind of it's a cultural phenomenon and now, isn't it? Like
but a lot of kids grew up with watching streamers play it. Though,
that's a massive part of it. Where with Pac-Man, maybe it's a bit harder with Pac-Man because it's more of the old generation. Like, would kids be bothered about Pac-Man? Because I do feel a little bit like they keep pushing Pac-Man and all this stuff all the time, but I don't know if kids are like, oh yeah, like they're not. It's like what I am with He-Man. I don't think the kids are latching onto He-Man as much as I want them to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think like with Pac-Man, maybe it wouldn't work. I don't know, but I feel like at this point, if you were going to do a top 10 of the most recognizable video game characters ever, he's got to be there, isn't he? He's got to be right at the top.
Well, I bet you could literally ask anybody who doesn't even play games, do you know who Pac-Man is?
Exactly.
And I bet you they would go, oh, I know that is.
The pizza shape with the the cutout and say who's that, and they'll say Pac-Man before they say pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think like I can't think of any more most recognizable. Well, Mario's up there obviously, and Sonic and things, people like that. But I think Pac-Man's got to be right at the top.
He's got to be, yeah. But then I'm not the biggest fan of original Pac-Man.
I'm just not very good at it.
I think that's what he's not very good at it.
You know what it is? As soon as when I watch like Billy Mitchell and people like that play it, and I realise that the game can be played a certain way to kind of figure it out, it kind of ruined the fun out of it.
Yeah, because you kind of think, oh, I'm going to go this way instead, but then you learn that certain ghosts only go a certain route. This one I would follow. There's even one thing I do know about it. If the way you're knowing, because you know when there's different versions of original Pac-Man, they say it's the arcade one.
Yeah.
There is a way to confirm if it is the arcade version. In the middle section, just below it, there's a little like left turning or something like that. And if you leave Pac-Man there, take your hand away from the controller, no ghost will ever get you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a moment to have a breather. Yeah. But if you do get hit by a ghost in that area, it's not the original arcade one.
So I'm the same. I recognise him as this incredible phenomenon in retro gaming, and I love him for that, and I love the it's iconic as hell. And I'll have all that stuff around the house and stuff. But I never want to play it because it's ruined the whole idea of it. I can't play it for fun because I want to learn it.
Because there's more of a science to it. You kind of think, I
don't know the science, but I feel like before I play it, I want to learn it. It's the same with when you use a Rubik's Cube. I remember writing down how to do a Rubik's Cube years ago. And now I can't have fun with the Rubik's Cube anymore because I'll go, okay, what did I do? Do we put the four corners this colour? And it's ruined the fun of just playing it.
You're overthinking it rather than just trying to give it a go.
Exactly. It's like when you play music, and sometimes when you learn about music too much, it kind of wrecks music because you start thinking, oh, it's funny that they went to the chorus there, and I can't believe that's on that key there, and you start thinking about it like logically rather than
like the mechanics,
emotionally. And I hate that. I try and regress that and get rid of that stuff because it just ruins things sometimes.
It's like making of a movie, isn't it? When you see how they make something, you kind of go, oh,
sometimes you don't want to know how the magic's made.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
But happy birthday, Pac-Man being 45.
Birthday,
and talking about Pac-Man, we've got a new Pac-Man game coming out this year, and talking about like a game being completely different. This is Shadow Labyrinth, which is July 18th.
Oh, okay, it's not that much longer to go for it.
No, it's not at all.
I do want to get this because I would recommend watching the short movie
I do.
first.
It's on my list. I'm going to go for. Do you know
it's only like 15 minutes, by the way.
I want to watch them all, and then someone told me there's a on Concord one in there, and I'm like,
I watched that one. They chose a very strange set of games.
Yeah,
that game I didn't have no interest in.
Warhammer's in there, I think, as well. I think
there's a Warhammer. There's a Space Crusaders one. The only ones I've watched out of it is this Pac-Man one and the Mega Man one.
Oh yeah, the Mega Man one I'd like to watch. I might just watch those too. Are they kind of easy to know which one's which when you go through them?
Oh yeah. You'll know. You'll know what they are.
So this is new to it because, like, when we've seen the trailers for this before, we've just seen kind of the platform stuff. You know, where you're jumping up and down caverns and all that, and then Pac-Man getting a bit like scary with teeth. Now they're showing you like the grid-based, like classic Pac-Man bits in this now, which we've not seen before. Well, I haven't seen.
Yeah, because it was shown. Was it shown on the Switch Nintendo Direct at some point?
And we've had another little bit since then. But all this whole Labyrinth has summoned you. So I guess you play this as well, which looks odd. It looks some kind of like it's obviously the original Pac-Man game inspired by that, but it also looks like, like a mini hacking game. You know, when you have that in video games.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
War games and that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's doing that chain combo, which is from the championship one,
edition,
isn't it? That's
Pac-Man like never before. And it's weird because they're showing a lot of the Pac-Man stuff there. I mean, there's it looks crazy, this, but
yeah.
Do you know what, though? it makes me a little bit worried this because I kind of like the whole jumping around Metroidvania thing, and now they show me a lot of like
Yeah, this could be a bonus level. Is this just like one part of the
yeah.
level,
And
or
if this is
what?
like if this is a big part of it, it's like I don't know, I don't know
It's
if I'm
really
gonna go.
different into the rest of it because it's like a
Yeah,
dark.
that's what
There
we
you go,
saw
that's
last
it there.
time, and I
Yeah,
kind of like the look of that. But again, if it's like varied and you go into that now and again, it just
yeah.
might make it a bit. But I was a bit worried, thinking, oh, is it going to go to like is like a lot of the game like simple looking Pac-Man game? But we'll
I
see.
reckon. I reckon it's gonna be like a bonus
Um,
levels or something.
I don't know how you can pre-order it, and I don't know how much it is. I haven't even looked. You can't click on that link now. In that link there, let us know how much it is. Come on. I always think
Yeah,
about this when we're doing this and we
we'll
talk
have a
about
quick
these
look.
things, and we can just click on it and have a look. But I don't want to put anything on my PC. I'll
Yeah,
get you
that's
to,
right. I'll quickly. I'll see.
and I want to try
This.
and guess how much it is.
Okay.
And everyone at home can guess how much this game is by looking at it, right? So you get the price up the pre-order price, but you probably take it to like Steam or something. It's
It's
on
taking me to the main page.
it's on Switch 2. Yeah, so it says it's
Right.
releases to it's a pre-order now at that website. So I'm guessing there's like a pre-order link somewhere on it.
It's going to be available on PC, Switch, PS5, and Xbox. Weirdly, it doesn't say Switch 2, it says Switch.
I guess that's like
But I guess they're kind of making it as like a universal thing,
I guess it
maybe?
goes on both now. It's that weird transition period, isn't it, where
It
everything's on
is.
Switch and
Yeah.
are they going to release on Switch and then say, hey, for a paid extra whatever $5, you can get the upgraded version for the Switch 2 or whatever, with better performance. You never know. Is it got the
Right.
price on it?
Which price point would you want to look at?
So
PC, Switch.
let's go for Steam because that'll be that big
Oh
one,
yeah,
won't it?
PC one. Yeah. So it's got digital version.
Don't tell me how much it is, and
Just trying.
I'm
Oh
going to
yeah.
guess. Right,
Oh
have you
no,
got the
it's got
price
to
up?
take me to.
If it says pre-order, it's going to come up with the price, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I've got the price. Yep, got the
Okay.
price. So
I'm
what do
going
you
to
reckon?
say, oh god, your camera's. Oh yeah, it isn't. It's all right.
Oh sorry. Yeah.
It's all right. I'm going to say, I think it looks like a budgety game. I think it's going to say like £22.
Okay. Well, there is the standard and deluxe edition.
Okay, the deluxe version will come with soundtrack, maybe like a deluxe intro, a booklet or whatever. I think the standard version £22.
You were close. Really close.
I'm a really quick one. What is it?
$24.99 for the standard
Yeah.
and $34.99 for the deluxe.
What do you get with the deluxe?
An extra £10 you're paying
That's
for
a
the
lot,
deluxe.
isn't it? Wait,
The deluxe. Trying to see what it actually shows. It don't actually. It's a typical. I love Steam and all, but
Yeah.
you just got the two versions to add to your basket. But it doesn't really gather like a rundown of what's in it.
Yeah, it'll probably say it on the website, won't it? It doesn't really matter because we know it's going to be
Yeah.
like soundtrack and stuff like that.
It's
But
actually £10 though you're paying. No?
yeah,
It's
I
mad,
guess
isn't it?
I don't know. I think I'd be happy with. I mean, we don't know if there's a physical version on Switch. I guess not straight away. It's just it's gone the other way now. We used to be like cheaper to get the physical edition.
Yeah.
In a way. Oh, and actually, that's wrong. It used to be cheaper to get the digital version, and then you always thought, oh, we can just get the physical version anyway. But now that's not the case all the time. Sometimes the digital
No,
one's
they
more
sort of
expensive.
it goes the opposite way. I've done it with the Switch before. When I've gone to get a game and I think, oh, it's on sale on the eShop. I look at the price. I go, oh, how much is the physical? And you find out the physical's cheaper than the sale version. You're like, what?
Why?
Eh?
Why? It's just all over the place.
Oh, I
But
don't really
I
get
think
that.
with that, I'd probably be happy just getting the digital version on the Switch.
Yeah, it feels like a sort of game I'm not really that fussed about. If you're a massive like hardcore Pac-Man fan, maybe, or
I want to get it. I want to try it
game.
out. It looks my kind of thing. I'm just a bit weirded out by the actual Pac-Man bits in it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just a bit. I didn't
But
know it
then
was
when
going
you
to have this
go
arcadey bit in it.
on Steam, all the videos they're showing all the bits where it's like the dark platformer looking
Yeah,
on it.
that's it. So
So
I
a
don't
bit
know.
odd.
I'm a bit worried that they're selling something different, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, next bit of news. I mean, it's cool that you can just look stuff up for us if we need to.
Yeah.
Okay, you put this in there. A Game Boy hidden gem from Jaleco is set to get its Western debut next month. Love the artwork.
Yeah, so the reason why I included this, right, there was a game I had on Game Boy, I loved it to pieces, called
Yeah.
Fortified Zone.
Oh, yeah,
And
we
you can play a
mentioned that.
male or a female. It's kind of like...
It looks like Metal Slug kind of artwork in a way.
wait, it's... Well, that bit does, but the game looks more like original Metal Gear. That kind of top-down view bit sort of thing.
I'll look
I don't know
I'll
if there'd
look.
be any... Yeah, you'll see some pictures further down.
Oh, yeah, totally looks like Metal Gear.
Yeah. So, so what this is, because the first one, I didn't know it even had, there's a version on the SNES by a completely different name, but it's basically the SNES sequel. But this is the official Game Boy sequel. It was only in Japan. It was in Japan only. And it's getting an official English translation of it. I never even knew it even had a sequel, but I loved that game as a kid, and I haven't got round to ever completing it, because again, it's one of them games where you'd pick it up, play it for a little while, then put it down, because I didn't have no passwords or anything like that. But I loved it to pieces because it felt like an action game.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
don't know this. I mean, it's one of those things where, when you hear the name and then
Yeah,
suddenly it kind of inserts this. I don't know if it's like, you ever get like fake nostalgia where suddenly you think,
yeah.
oh, I have heard of that, but you don't know if you have.
I think the first one, if you saw the cover of the first game, you'd probably, I recognise
You might
that.
have seen it. One of the shows it was,
Yeah,
but
I
it
don't know if it
wasn't.
has the.
No. Is it
No,
similar to
it
that?
doesn't. It's sort of like that, but not in
Yeah.
animation, not in
No.
that sort of
I like the
style.
look of this though. They're actually making a Game Boy version. So are you thinking you're going to jump on this one?
Yeah,
Oh,
I am.
is
Yeah,
it
because I
show
got the
your?
first one on Game Boy, and I never knew about.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry. Forgot
oh
about
yeah,
that.
and that's a great company. They've done a lot of
Oh
re-releases.
God. Oh, so this is in addition to what they've already done, I
Yes.
guess. Yeah. So the Game Boy. Oh, that's cool. They're doing Game Boy and NES games and stuff. Nice.
Yeah, for those,
Okay.
it's the same sort of looking game, but I never played the sequel. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Oh, switch characters. Well, I'm in. I'm in.
You got
I love switching
male,
characters.
female characters. In the original, you could only be one or the other, and that was it.
I kind of
I
like
can't
this. I
remember the
like single
benefits were.
screen games as well. Although it's got scrolling, but it's still single, isn't it?
Oh
Basically.
yeah, it's a bit like it's kind of a mixture of like Metal Gear and Master Blaster. You know
Yeah.
the certain
Oh yeah,
sections
Master Blaster.
you could do,
Yeah.
and this is multiplayer. This game
Yeah.
you could play it together with two Game Boys linked up.
No.
How
Oh, that's
cool is
cool.
that? I
I
love
wonder
that.
if you get the download version, you can do this as well somehow. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, if you got like the ROM version on EverDrive and you got the two link up cables or something like that, you
Yeah,
could.
must be able to do it. Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
was talking about like online. You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I wonder if you
Yeah.
can do it like that. June
Because
3rd, by the way. Oh my
this is
god,
getting a physical
that's
Game Boy
next week.
release. I
That's
don't know if
next
it's getting a
week.
digital one.
You don't think it'll come on digital as well?
It'd be nice if it does. I don't know, because
Yeah,
Jaleco have brought out a few re-releases as physical
yeah.
games.
This
But I
reminds me,
mean,
by the way, when it's the Game Boy, the Lego Game Boy is supposed to be out in like August. I think it was today.
they've gone dead quiet with that, haven't
Where's
they?
the pictures?
Nothing.
Where?
Well, the thing is, though, remember we have had a Mario Kart one since.
Yeah,
They
exactly. But
really
the
pushed
Mario
the
Kart one
Kart
was
but
like the Mario Kart one was announced afterwards.
yes,
The, so
yeah.
what's going on with the Game Boy? And the Game Boy one's going to be kind of a budget one. It's like the same price as the Piranha Plant. So
Well,
it's
I was thinking about it, and I think what they're doing is because of the Mario Kart World coming out,
they're going to push that
people
a bit
can
more.
relate it to Mario Kart World. So maybe that's why they're pushing it a bit more till the
Yeah,
Switch 2's out.
I know. I don't know how they're going to, because we go into the news in a minute about like the Game Boy games and stuff that have come out recently, which is a really a big deal for the ones they put out. But I would have thought that they would have talked about it now and just overload
Yeah,
us with more Nintendo news, I guess. But yeah, that's really cool. I'm all for new NES and Game Boy games coming out, and I love that artwork. To be honest.
yeah. I know. So I don't know how much it is. And
Yeah.
it's by Broke Studios, and they've done quite a good lot of re-release games before. They're really good quality. Their stuff.
Last bit of news before we get on to our bi-weekly Nintendo Switch 2 news, or just
Yes.
Nintendo news. This looks awesome, by
I
the way.
know. I know. As soon as I found out, you need to see this
Right,
one.
so for anyone listening, because I always forget about the talking about the listening
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
So this is the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis is getting a new Clock Tower-esque point and click adventure. Now, us, we've talked about Clock Tower before and how awesome that game is, and
Yeah.
how I was a bit let down by the new version of it. But a new game is, to be honest, I'm more excited about a new game than remaking the old one.
Yeah, because we know what we got with the other one. This is
Exactly.
yeah.
So if it says this, if you're someone who happens to love horror and retro gaming, then we have some good news to share, as it appears that a new Clock Tower-esque point-and-click horror title is currently in development for the Sega Mega Drive Genesis. This is on time extension, by the way, isn't it? By the way, have you seen? I got rid of all the ads.
Yeah, I think that you got the formatting look better
I
now.
use an
That's
ad blocker
great,
just for this. I'll take it off when I'm not using it, because I do want to support all these companies. But
Oh, yeah, I do as well. But for this, because we're only using
Yeah,
a small format, it
It's-
ruins what's going
ruins
on.
it, and I do like promoting these websites. But yeah, so the Bagman has a Steam. Oh, is it called the Bagman? I've missed that.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going by.
The Bagman. Why do I know
guess
that name? Has that come up somewhere else? It's
Don't
coming to
know.
Sega 16 platform with as well as modern consoles and PC. Any
We got the Scissor
Switch?
Man from Clock Tower, so they're kind of
Yeah, it's
playing off
kind
that,
of
aren't
similar
they?
to that. Oh, we got a little clip.
There's a little bit of a clip here, yeah. It's not really
Okay,
much to
a little
go by,
demo.
but it's just.
Oh, it's so Clock Tower, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that, look, the
It's
flashing
so the
lights,
lighting and
her
all that.
standing there.
Oh, I don't know what I've clicked on there. It's all right, it's still on.
Oh,
But
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's only a short video. It's only a little small loop
it's only a
video.
little teaser.
Yeah.
It's mad that like when's it out then? Because it's got to be quite far off that it's at a teaser to show and not showing a proper trailer.
I can't remember if they show dates on there.
I'm definitely up for this though.
I just saw it and I went, right,
if citing Clock Tower as an influence and it's horror,
yeah.
I totally want to play through it.
And Mega Drive apparently is really good for doing homebrew stuff because I own like 4 brand new games on Mega Drive, so they do a good job of it.
I'm looking at the Steam page now. Can I get up the Steam page?
I can get up if you need me to. If you need to do it,
it's all right. I'll throw it up so we can have a look at it as well. So the Bagman's on there. Bad tasty. Yeah, she's got some more all the screenshots there.
Oh, that's good. That's better. Oh, it's not shown that on there. Well, that's actually better, isn't it? It's some bits
look at that. There was another point and click game ages ago where I liked the look of it. Did you remember that? I played it on stream a while ago, and it was a really cool, like, kind of 16-bit point and click game, but it included like FMV footage of like it was a horror game, and it's like suddenly this zombie woman would be there, and it was terrifying.
Oh,
real full motion video.
I remember that.
I played like a demo of it, and it was so good, but I think it's one of those ones that's taken a long time because they're actually filming proper scenes to go along with it.
Yeah.
It was very good. Like I was really enjoying that. Well, I really enjoyed the demo. I haven't looked into that. Love to see how that's coming along. But I don't know what about these borders though.
I know. Do you know what? I hate these borders. Yeah. I hope there's an option to turn them off or something.
I mean, like I get it if they're going for that aspect ratio, okay. But I don't like these characters.
Yeah, I know, isn't it? Really rude. Especially if you're doing a kind of horror.
It doesn't really mix, does it? I mean, this mixes a bit more.
But it really bothers me. I don't want to see his face.
Is that the Bagman? Yeah, I'd rather have it just dark. I guess you can.
Like, oh, give us a kiss, isn't it?
Yeah, we go. I'd rather just have it like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I wonder why they went with that. It's for that aspect ratio anyway.
Again, it's just harping back to. Well, the thing is also maybe because Mega. Oh, I know why. Because if it's coming off straight from a Mega Drive game, you don't have widescreen support on Mega Drive.
Yeah, I suppose. I wonder if the PC version will have it. Does it have anything about the price or anything like that? Yeah, well, that's similar to games you've played, Clock Tower.
Yeah,
well, there you go.
Yeah, there you
Add to your wish list. I'm going to have a proper look at that later. Right. Yeah. So we get on to our Nintendo news. Now, this isn't a Switch bit of news, actually. This is some more Alarmo news.
Love talking about the Alarmo so much.
One of us is going to get the Alarmo. Who was going to get it first?
Who's going to break first?
Who's going to break first? If I saw a proper deal on it, I think I would get it.
Yeah.
I'm really bad. I need some way of regulating my life in some way and letting some device or something do it for me because I can't be trusted on my own. So if it gamifying experience with some kind of Nintendo thing, I'm starting to come around. I'm thinking about it. You know,
the only issue we've got is that you can't use a feature of the audio option with your movement.
Oh,
because we went for that. It works if you live on your own.
Yeah.
And you don't have no one else you interact with. Right. It'll work perfectly. If you have a second person,
it's only for people on the. Oh, this is weird, isn't it? Is he's saying it's for kids, basically?
Well, yeah.
It's not for people who've got no significant others, which is quite sad.
You can use the alarm, but literally use it like an alarm, which is kind of a bit redundant. But the reason why I included this bit of news in here is because I was thinking, I really thought this was a one and done thing by Nintendo. I didn't think they were going to bother doing any more themes. I thought that's it. They've done enough.
I'm amazed, actually. So, what is an Animal Crossing update? Is it literally just it's
another theme.
So another theme in the same way they had.
Yeah, so you got the Zelda, Mario, Pikmin, and then you've got
that's cool,
Animal Crossing one.
That's cool. The little characters on there. I mean, it's got any more screenshots or anything like that? I mean, I don't even want to read it because you know exactly what it is. It's just an update, isn't it?
I think there isn't much. Well, there'll be new music from Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah,
and the theme part of it.
So read this from Nintendo: escapes your island getaway with new Animal Crossing New Horizon scenes, now available on Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo. Nintendo. Did he call it Nintendo Sound Clock?
Sound clock.
I've never heard that before.
No, not why.
Not very friendly, is it? Connect your device to the internet and link your Nintendo account to download your free update. Do you know what is crazy about Nintendo, right? They are taking over our lives. And I'm a bit concerned with that. Not only do you got to have your account connected to your clock, but you've got the app as well on your phone, where they don't really have any presence on social media now. They do everything through the app. So you learn about like the new updates about Mario Kart World and all that stuff through the actual app, which is crazy. I mean, I think it's because they don't want to be on like the likes of X and all that stuff because of all the other issues. But it's crazy. They've always done this. They've had their own apps. And
it's like they're regulating it, aren't they?
Yeah, with the friend codes in the past and all that stuff. They just got this very weird way of like doing things compared to all the others.
The Miiverse.
Oh God, do you remember the Miiverse?
You remember that?
Oh my word! Was the Miiverse? What was unless there was something different, what was the thing that released? Maybe it was the Miiverse, and I'm just struggling to remember what it was now. There's a thing that Nintendo released, and it was a kind of a social network where you just make a character and you go in and you talk to other people, and it was just in a room, and you got text that comes up. Do you remember what was that software? Do you remember? It was. I don't even think it existed.
Not Metopia, was it?
No, it wasn't something you buy. It wasn't something you buy. It was like a social media, and people out there will be screaming out. Please put in the comments. It was very short-lived.
I tried it. I didn't get it. I remember playing it. I looked at it because all you did was talk to random people in it, and that was it. I didn't get it.
I don't remember it being on desktop, like using it on my PC.
I remember it. Was it? Oh, I didn't remember it on mobile.
Maybe it was on mobile. Yeah, maybe it was on mobile. It was like some weird social network that they invented, and I don't know. The
only thing I liked about it that Danny used it, and it's really sad when they close it down, because you can make your own little me character in it, and you can basically add it to any photo. So, say you're at the cinema, you could kind of film the chair. And then and then on the screen you could adjust the size or the action your me character's doing and make them look like they're next to you.
That's cute.
And it was brilliant. It was such a good little feature. But when it went offline, you couldn't use it anymore because it'd be nice you could have kept the app going. Because all it is a justifiable images on a camera. Thing. But you couldn't do it, and that was really sad. Cause it
reminds me of Pokemon Go. In Pokemon Go, we could do that. Where you see all like Pokemons and
basically it's that sort of thing. But your little character, and you can get them to do the animations and stuff. It was really fun. But you couldn't do it after that. But yeah. That's all there is to that one, really. It's a new theme, but...
No, I like it. I'm coming around to it. I mean, a llama, what is it, 100 quid? I still don't think it's worth 100 quid.
It's a lot of money. I think even 50 quid I'm ooming and ahhing.
It's almost the price of a Switch 2 game.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy to say that, to be honest. All right, and the next bit of news, we have actually got some good news about Game Boy games arriving on the Switch.
Actually, we've talked about quite a few Game Boy game stuff today.
I know, this has been a Game Boy-centric stream, your podcast, isn't it? I was made up when I saw this. I mean, I went to add this to our news thing, and I was up super early. You must have been up crazy early.
Do you know what? It's so funny. I think, right, I'll quickly get on before Steve gets on there.
Yeah, because this was a good bit of news. I mean, to be honest, I can't even remember what the ones are. But I remember being very excited about it, so it's like almost going through it the first time.
I've kind of really forgotten as well.
So Survival Kids. Yeah. So this is a very rare Game Boy game, and obviously I think it's the sequel that's coming out on Switch 2, like a new version of it. So they were kind of alluding to it when you were talking about. I don't know if there was any other Survival. I think someone mentioned there was another Survival Kids.
Yes, had one as well. I think it was called something like not Into the Blue, something like that. It was called, and it was like a DS version of it.
But this was 1999. I struggle to think that was like old, but then think, actually not.
That's well, it actually was quite a late Game Boy game.
Yeah, it's like 26 years ago. It's still a long time.
I know. Anytime that's 2099, I think that's only the other day.
I always forget Survival Kids is coming out, the new one. It's like one of the games I think of, like the new stuff that's coming out. Survival Kids is like, that thing's coming out because it hasn't grabbed me. It kind of looks interesting.
The graphics don't do it for me.
No,
it looks a bit.
I need a better hook, but I like the fact that they're releasing this because this is quite a rare game. It's quite expensive, and this is one of the good things they should be doing, like putting these things out that we kind of go, it's cool to be able to access that and play that for the first time.
I've played a little bit of it. I played it a while ago when I found out about the game, and it's really good. It's kind of like Link's Awakening sort of thing, but you've literally got nothing, and then you're making stuff and trying to get through it all.
Is it a proper crafting game then? Is it?
It's not like heavily crafted, but you know, you got to build enough to build a hammer to break a rock to get to another area. That sort of situation.
Okay.
And it's nice because
Okay,
it's quite relaxing. Quite
next
relaxing
one up,
game.
we've got Gradius. This is so strange because I don't think this is the sequel to Nemesis, right? And I'm a bit shocked that I don't think Nemesis is on there. I don't think I've looked anyway because I used to play the hell out of
No, I
Nemesis. So it's sequel to Nemesis, which was another Game Boy game, and it looks exactly the same, to be honest.
Oh, right,
But apparently it's supposed to be really good if you like the first one. I borrowed Nemesis and Mario Land when I was a kid on the Game Boy, and that's one I used to play them. I beat Super Mario Land and play this. Well, the first one of these. Never beat it because I was just so rubbish. I always say this about shoot 'em ups. I love them, but I'm rubbish at them. But I enjoy playing them. And in my mind, I feel like I'm going to get good at this. This is what I'm going to get good at. And I'm like, I'm never that good.
Well, what you do is you'll do the first level perfectly, no deaths. Second level, you get killed every 2 seconds.
Exactly. It's all about pattern recognition and knowing where things are. And it's one of those ones you just learn it. But yeah, I'm excited to play that one. I bet it'll have an amazing soundtrack, which I could play in here, but I don't want to get done. Right. So the next one is Kirby Star Stacker. I don't know this game at all.
I forgot which one is because
it's like a puzzle. It's another puzzle game in it, but it's not. I always think of Kirby and I think of Ghost Trap, which I love because it's a Puyo Puyo game. This is not that.
No.
This is like it's got stars, and I guess like what does it do when you got 2 stars there? When you're looking at
it had a Super Nintendo release as well. I think it's kind of like it's kind of.
There's a lot of these type of games, isn't it? Where like, I mean, it's probably good.
Mario's
right?
Woods is a bit
or
like
Yoshi's Cookie.
And that's it, Yoshi's Cookie. That's what I'm thinking of.
And when you see a lot of these games, like it might be, out there, it might be someone's favorite game, but when you don't know like them individually, they all start looking the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
like match free kind of thing. Like, it's a precursor to Candy Crush. Isn't it? But I do like this game. As again, it's the same way I was saying about Gradius games and Nemesis. I love shoot 'em ups. I love those puzzle games as well, but I'm trash. I always think I'm good at Puyo Puyo.
Until you watch someone get like a 20 combo. When you get 2, you go, oh,
exactly. Yeah, I feel like I think when I'm playing someone, I'm like, oh yeah, look at what I'm going to be good at this, and I'm trash every time. I don't know what it is, but I feel like, I'm going to be good at this, because I try and be clever by doing loads of stacks, and by the time I've done this, I've made a mistake, and the other guy's just staying at the bottom, and they're just like, waiting me out, and I've ruined it. And I was like, oh. Okay, and the last one is. So the Sword of Hope. I don't know this game at all.
I have no idea what it is. No. I know what sort of game it is. It's an action adventure,
kind of dungeon crawlery type thing, isn't it? Like
I've never played anything like this before. No idea.
Brilliant for the Game Boy. I mean, you know what? I think this is like the best selection of games we've had for ages on the Game Boy.
Yeah, because it's something actually unique, something that's familiar, but also say, I never played that. Exactly. And having rare games is amazing.
It's so good.
Because I don't know exactly how much, but I know Tavares did get a UK release, but it's crazy expensive.
Yeah, and that game I don't know it, but like I could try. I've got a couple of games like that I played in the past. They're quite fun. Yeah.
And again, it's on your account anyway, so you can just give it a go.
Talking about something that's already on our account, if you've got the, do you have to pay the extra for the N64 games? I think you do. The expansion.
Game Boy Advance and N64. No, Mega Drive, N64, and I think. No,
GameCube. Yeah,
GameCube will be. When it's
confusing. I think it shows on the probably at the end of this. So this is these are the new features for the N64. Which did you expect this? I don't know. Where did this come from? Do you think it's because they've already got it on GameCube? Because the GameCube has got it's got reverse stuff on GameCube. Can you reverse the game in GameCubes?
No.
I don't know.
Do you mean the GameCube games on Switch?
Yeah. Can you reverse those?
Not that I'm aware of.
So it's weird that where this come from. I mean, because on the other games you can reverse, can't you? Like the
the NES Game Boy, all those you can. Yes, you can.
Matching that, I guess. And I suppose, so if you do this, I mean, this is really bad, isn't it? Like if I was playing this on stream and suddenly I went, actually, let's go back. I feel.
Do you know what? Right? Like, look, I'll state this first. You play the game the way you want to play it, but the reason why I love these old
big giant butt that just appeared there. Go on.
Big face is that having the rewind feature. I kind of feel like it's like
Yeah,
If
I
you're
get you.
practicing, maybe for speed running or something like that, then I agree.
Yes.
But the whole point of playing these older games is a challenge of learning the level. Even if I know you hate dying in games and
Yep.
having to redo a level, but that's a kind of like that's a drive to like to try not to have to redo it again as much as
Yeah.
possible.
I agree
And
with you. But let me play devil's advocate. Maybe you want to just see through the game, and you don't want to like, and maybe you just rubbish at games, and you just don't, and
watch a
you,
video.
but you want to. Yeah, I get that. That's a good
Oh, I don't
point.
know. I think it's good. If it's a bit that's really. Oh, to be fair, again, we always think about it from our ages.
Mm-hmm.
If you're someone much younger who does really struggle with these games and
Yeah.
you are enjoying it, and I want to do it a bit again, or you enjoy, or maybe
Yeah,
you might
maybe
even do
enjoy a
it,
moment. Yeah.
enjoy a bit, and you want to do it again,
Yeah.
or something like that. But
Maybe you
maybe
don't want
that
to just
point of
like,
view.
maybe you don't want to speed run a game and learn bits, but you just want to beat that boss so you can progress, and you just don't
Yeah.
want to keep dying, and then you have to go back 10 levels. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
There's
then
a
that's
bit
why
of
I like
that.
saves. But then I say save states is better for that.
Yeah, so you can have to
Saving
load,
just
save and load
beforehand
points.
rather than
Yeah.
rewinding because you rewind after one hit. You could basically do a whole like boss battle, and if you get hit
Yeah.
by a fireball, rewind a little bit, do that bit,
Yeah.
and then you'll probably complete the game in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This I totally disagree with, by the way. If you're going to play a golf game and you're going to use rewind, why bother playing it?
I think this is
I
what you're
don't
saying.
get it.
I think this is to practice your shot in the same way you would go to
Oh yeah, actually, yeah,
what do
true.
they call it when
Fair
you go
enough.
to the things where you play golf, you go to the things and you test and you know, golf range, something
Oh,
like
golf
that.
range, yes,
It's
yes,
kind of
yeah.
like that, isn't it? Practicing your swing or whatever. I'm not a golfer,
Oh yeah, true actually.
but
But I feel when it's sports you do it on, it's a bit weird. Maybe do it multiplayer. And they
yeah.
go, oh, let me take it again. Let me take it again.
I think I go with your initial statement though. I think it depends on what your play style is and what you intend to get out of the game. Like for us, we're
Yeah,
different.
true.
We can. I mean, you're different than me. You want 100% everything. I'm happy with just doing a
Oh,
casual
not
playthrough,
always.
but mostly you
If I
do.
really enjoy it, I do.
You
Yeah.
do like more often than not. You'll go, oh, I want 100% this game. You know, if it's a classic game and there's loads of things to collect, you're more. I'm not like that. I'm like, as soon as I see credits in the game, my mind's moves on to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sadly, that's why sometimes I shouldn't complete games. You know?
Well, that's why I do that on purpose. I don't complete them to
Yeah.
do the 100% because if I do that, I have done it before though. Yeah, I've completed it. Go, oh, I go back. I don't go
I
back.
did it with Mario Odyssey and I did it with Mario Wonder,
Same,
and I love
same.
those
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
And I'm like, kind of like, oh, I really want to go back to Mario Wonder because there's so much fun with it. But I saw credits and I was like, okay, moving on. I was like, oh,
yeah, yeah. You don't feel
kind
no drive to
kind of
do it
wish I was a
after that.
kid who had just that game, you know, to play
Yeah,
more stuff
yeah.
of it. I will say though, like, I kind of wish you could switch it off before going into the game. Do you know what I mean? Like,
What? So, like, if you accidentally pressed it or
yeah,
something?
there's a bit of, or it's more of a temptation. It's a more like
Oh, yeah. So it
if you've got to
restricts you
go,
from doing
yeah,
it.
if you've got to go into a menu and
Yeah,
turn it back on,
yeah.
then there's less chance of you wanting to do that. Do you know what I mean? You could a
There
hardcore
is
mode or something.
on retro achievements and retro arch, you can turn them features off because you can rewind and fast forward them games as well,
Oh, really?
and you
Oh,
can actually turn them features
I've
off.
got a retro achievements account. So I'll have to add you. I'm gonna
Oh yeah,
start
yeah,
using. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll
So I
have to add
used
you.
it on my little handheld I've got of it. That's why I added
Yeah,
it to it.
are you past the plunging on there?
Yeah.
So everyone's out there, go and add them, and add me as well, MrSteJ.
I
There's
see
no
my
issues
amazing
about
score
adding
about
people, is it?
20.
There's no issues about it. I've done nothing on there, but I'm dying to do something at some point. Set it up. Look, also, it looks like there's more things. There's like, what's that for?
Yeah, they've added in a
Controller rumble.
CRT filter.
Yeah, I saw that before. I was trying to get that up again.
It was just before. Yeah,
Oh
there you
yeah.
go.
Is it to show the menu, or is it just literally there?
No, I think they go on it and it's just
CRT
like
filter.
he's just turned it on or off basically.
And
Oh,
North
there you
American.
go.
Oh yeah, they're top.
There
Is
it's
that
there.
always been there? The playable titles.
Oh, Game Boy, you can do that. Yes.
You can play the different versions, so different speeds and things.
You can play like sometimes they give you the option to play a slightly
The
different
PAL
version
or
of the
the NTC
Japanese one.
versions.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. That's interesting. Can you do that with NES games?
can't remember. I haven't been on there for
I'd
a
like to
while.
try. Yeah, it is kind of new to me. I never really go into the settings when I play sort of retro stuff. I just go straight into the game.
Yeah, because you know you think, well, why do I need settings for that?
Exactly, and there's this thing now where like because we used to playing the versions that are easy to get hold of or at our convenience, we kind of like forgot the way some of the older games play. Unless
Yeah.
it's like we're playing it through like hardware, like where how many people come in and tell you, oh, this is wrong with Sonic.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
many
yeah.
people. So many
Yeah.
people. That's cool. The CRT filter. I mean, I don't know if that's it on there. It must be with the Mario game.
Yeah, there you go. So basically, it just
Oh,
makes
yeah.
it what it is. You've got the scanned lines. It's
Oh, I
slightly
see.
blurrier
Yeah.
and it's darker because of the extra lines in
Yeah.
between.
Interesting.
The only thing is weird about it. Oh yeah, this I don't know why this is a feature. It's never been there. Change your controls.
Oh. You know what's cool about this though, and I think
Okay.
they implemented this with the Switch 2 a lot. With with the new Pro controller, that you got the accessibility buttons that you can map any
Yes.
button to, and I think they're kind of going in that direction
Ah,
to
I didn't
make
think about
major
that actually.
accessibility,
Yes.
things going forward, and I think that's great solutions.
Yeah.
So I think they're probably looking at that and thinking, how can we make everything more accessible? In the future. That's good that they're doing this because they're
Different
probably.
game. I wonder if this is going to be implemented as an update for Game Boy and
Oh yeah.
NES and SNES and Mega Drive and stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if because I kind of think with those ones, they're mostly like the 8-bit ones, like 2 buttons, and
Yeah, I was only thought
ones.
about it when I said it,
Yeah,
but then Mega Drive got 3 can be a bit awkward.
yeah, but it's more like the N64 and GameCube, isn't
N64
it?
would be, yeah,
The N64
yeah.
one definitely. Like we're playing Golden. Do you know what? I've even tried GoldenEye with the Pro controller. I don't know if I have.
It's weird.
Is
It's
it
weird, but we've got the N64 controller, so
Ralph.
we use that. That
Show
works
off.
all right.
I want it. I want that. I want the GameCube controller as well, but it's like pricey. But yeah, you're gonna get that as well.
Yeah.
You probably have 10 of them.
10. I don't even have 10 people. I've got 10 just in case.
10 of them just at the back. You're like Chris with all your Funkos at the back, but it'd be like GameCube controllers.
I keep them in a box. They won't be open.
No, don't open
They just
them.
stay in the boxes.
You put your hands inside the box to play.
Yeah.
Okay, now. Very good. Still in the box, still sealed. And that
The
just shows
only things I find with this, it's really bizarre, is that the CRT filter and the rewind feature is only on the Switch 2. You can't do this on Switch 1.
Oh, okay. I wonder if the Switch 1 hasn't got enough power capabilities for it.
But it's weird because it's just a filter.
The filter, yeah.
There you go. Look, there you go. There's comparisons.
Okay, yeah.
So you can change the controls, but the filter and and the rewind. I can understand the rewind maybe a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
But the CRT filter though,
no, that's weird.
It's just a filter. It's not like it's gonna create extra power needed to do it.
I thought you could put filters on the original games.
Well, you can, on the Game Boy one, you've got different filters.
Oh,
on
there you go.
Like
so it's already there, but you can only put filters on. Maybe just doing a lot more than we think, But we're putting a filter on something like that.
Yeah. I just thought because I know, like again, like Retro Arch and stuff like that, you can put tons of filters on, and it didn't feel like it affected the game. But maybe there is something slightly back end that does.
And they're making this really simple on just one filter. Oh, do you know what? This is a game. Moving on to the next one. This is a game I really want to get now. And at first, when I did my top 5 games to get day one, I put Ridge Racer over this because I was more excited because it's a retro game.
Yes.
But I was so close to putting this in, but we hadn't seen that much of it. They literally only showed like a second or something in the direct. And that was it.
Yeah. I think it was even like a proper teaser, wasn't it?
And now I see this, it just looks awesome. We're talking about Fast Fusion, which is the sequel to, it was RMX, what was it? Something
Fast RMX? RMX?
I think it's Fast RMX, something like that, isn't it?
Was it the Wii U one?
No, it was on Switch 1. It was a Switch 1.
Okay.
Switch 1 game.
I think there was.
It was one of the launch titles for the Switch 1, so that's why it's kind of nice. But this looks brilliant. I mean, it looks gorgeous for the start, but it looks very, very like Wipeout. Everyone's saying F-Zero, obviously.
I see more wipe. I see
way
Wipeout.
more Wipeout.
100%.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's not. It's got different because maybe you know why though. It's because I don't think you attack. You can't shoot on this. It's just like F-Zero where you just racing. That's why. But I will say Wipeout.
Yeah, look at this. Up to 4K.
4K.
4K HDR, 5.1. I think it's only 30 frames per second, but it's 4K for that. This probably gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that expensive. This probably about like 15 quid. Or
I can see this being another like $24.99.
I don't know. I remember.
I
think I bought the first one. I don't remember it being that expensive.
Oh, play together with just one game.
Yeah, play with one game. Yeah, with two switches. That's really cool. I mean, you got to be right next to the people. Which
you got to be touching.
If this year when all you know was streamers,
yeah,
you never get to be localized unless we meet up and bring our switches out. It looks great. I mean, that looks like Wipeout.
Oh,
The
so is.
design, you know what I mean? It just looks cool. And I've been crying out for a new Wipeout game, and you know this is so yeah. I don't know how much it's gonna. It's on the Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna have a look right now how much it is. That's what I'm gonna do.
I haven't seen the price of it, but the previous one I did play a bit of as well, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't play as much of it as I should have done.
No, I always
But
used.
I did really
I
like it.
remember because I bought Thumper as well at the same time. I
Oh
think
yeah, the music one. I
that's
played it on
such a good one.
PC. Yeah.
I got the soundtrack for that on vinyl for like £5 or something.
Oh
The shop
wow.
is so
Okay,
good.
that's cool.
Really good, good album. Right, Fast Fusion. Let's have a look. It's coming up with show Nintendo Switch projects. So,
I mean, ain't got long to wait either. It's 5th of June.
it comes up with just one. Oh wait a minute. No, not compatible. Come on, just tell me how much it is though.
And
Wow.
also exclusive to Switch 2, which is good.
Give me you guess the price.
Well, I've been so good with Switch predictions so far, haven't I? Okay, we're so well with it.
What did you say?
I wanna stick
$24.99.
Yeah.
You stick with $24.99.
Well, you said wow, so it's obviously cheaper.
Yeah, it's $13.49.
30. Oh wow! Oh, I get that day one.
I think that's a must-have for me. Really, if you could play that on, online together and stuff like that, I'm well for
good.
that.
Yeah.
It's showing some of the tracks in this bit as well, which is like loop the loops and that. Oh, $13.49. That's a must buy day one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much the Ridge Race is going to be. I mean, that's on all systems by the looks of it. It's on,
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was only a Switch thing. It's not. It's coming on Xbox
it's on
and everything.
Okay.
And it's nice that.
We're going to get into some. I mean, I did have a bit of news to say the Switch Online app has been updated to be put on your, the Switch itself. I don't know if you've done an update lately.
Oh, I have.
Can I show this without info? I don't know if I can. I can. Oh, it's MrSteJ. It's fine. It's just. Can I show this? So you can access all your games now, all the retro games from the actual app itself. As a hub rather than going into the separate apps. On the actual system.
Oh, right.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they've basically just redone the whole. I don't know how often you go into the Nintendo Switch Online app, which is one of the options in the bottom menu. You probably don't do it.
I only really go in there to check for new profile pictures.
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
and get my points.
Do you know what? I don't even do the points. I really should do, because Nintendo Online the Nintendo website in America is you can send off for Switch 2 goodies. Which ours hasn't done any, and I haven't got any points.
To that. Also, every time you claim points, I think you can also use it as discounts on digital games as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's certain silver ones or whatever.
Right. So going from something like good news to So we got to talk about the actual Switch too. So some have been cancelled. I don't know any about this. I've kicked with some of it.
So basically, people were getting emails from Game saying, "Oh, we're sorry. I think it might be in the article. Basically, we're sorry, but we've had to cancel your pre-order." There you go, that thing.
Yeah. So this is from Game, which is a retailer in the UK. So we sincerely apologise for the recent cancellation of some Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders. This is terrible. Is this only recently as well?
Yes.
May 29th. Oh my god. When everyone's been sitting there going, I've got mine pre-ordered, safe for Game.
Yep.
Oh my god, well, it's selling out everywhere. We understand how disappointing this is, especially for those who have been eagerly awaiting their order. Yeah, rub it in. We're currently working hard to reinstate as many affected pre-orders as possible. This is as they're all moving into Sports Direct. If your order was impacted, please know that we're doing everything we can and we'll be in touch with further update. At this point, you just be like, no, I need to look elsewhere for it.
But I'm not being funny, right? With the situation, because if no one doesn't know if you're outside the UK, you won't get this, but Game is like our version of Electronics Boutique.
Or GameStop, I would say.
Oh, yeah, GameStop. Yeah, that's it. But the thing is with it, it's been going down and down. Practically almost every single normal shop, stores have been closing down.
Yep.
One where I live's closed down. When I visited Steve, his one's closing down, and they're moving to a small corner of a Sports Direct, which is like a sportswear shop, which is terrible. It's like 4 shelves.
An awful place. And in some of them you go to, you have to travel up multiple floors to get to it.
Yeah, we had to in our one, where our one is. And I went up there, and it was literally like a couple of shelves.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm not being funny, but if you kind of know the situation with Game, would you really go, oh, the brand new anticipated Switch 2 that everyone's
Yeah.
struggling to get when it first came out? Would you have gone to game as your first port of call?
No, but I think for many people it's probably the last port of call,
Yeah.
or people talk, oh, there's one's a game. And I'm worried about game. I mean, I don't want game to disappear because I don't want another video game shop just disappearing from. Oh, it has disappeared from our high streets. It's going into
Yeah.
another shop. But the fact it's gone into a Sports Direct and they hide it in there, in a few, is it a couple of years, few years? Is it 1 year? They're going to be like, oh, we're not making much money here. Obviously, you're not going to make much money.
It's still going to last. I'm telling you now, I don't know like financial stuff, but
Exactly.
I'm sure this is going to fail.
No
one cares.
At the end, this was saying thank you for your patience and understanding. I mean, you don't
get a choice, do you?
No choice at all. I mean, it's not. He's nailed it. What we just said. It's not what you want to hear 1 week prior, mate. Well, this podcast goes out on what's the date? So the first 31st of May, the last day of May, and it's literally 6 days away.
Yeah.
It's
not even like a month's notice.
Yeah.
Also, I have a bit of a theory. I feel that because games had problems in the past with this, when they were in a financial issue, crisis or whatever, they used to have other games and consoles available to pre-order, and they cancelled random orders. I think it's because of their financial problems. They're not stable at the moment. I reckon the people they get this stuff from, not publishers, the wholesale type part of it. I have a feeling that they've sadly got cold feet and think like, are we going to get our money?
Yeah, it could be that, mate. Yeah, that's an interesting
because they put all this stuff in, but it goes on a type of like pay later situation.
Yeah.
So they could, if they realise they're getting into so much debt on a massive pre-order, they could turn around and go, no, we're not going to send it to you because we want the money.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be able to, and if they're well known and they go, oh, they're trustworthy, everyone knows them really well, but because they've had so many problems being up and down, maybe the people, the distributors or whatever deals with it, might be suddenly going, actually, we want to fulfill pre-orders for other brands that will definitely get us paid. That's my theory anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I was initially thinking that it could be initially like website issues, but this far along, they would have.
Yeah, no, this is something else. Because
I know there was issues with, I think it was Walmart. Might be wrong about that. Like, do have some issues with their website. No.
Yeah, there was.
But it's not what you want. And I mean, there'll be people out there watching this going, who cares? Like, I'm not bothered about getting a pre-order for it. So if this is something that you really love, like gaming in general, people watch this. And I've heard comments. Someone commented on one of our videos a while ago saying, oh, I can't believe you pre-ordered this, all sheep and all that stuff. But I bet you there's a console or a system or something they love that they were there day one for, and like it's all the people who buy football season tickets and all the stuff in the world. Like, this is just our football season ticket.
It doesn't matter what it is. It could be. Like I was saying to you before about trainers. People queuing up for hours to get a set of trainers,
and that's more than ever now. There's loads of times I walk down the high street and I'll see like a pop-up shop and like be loads of people outside, and it's because they're creating scarcity with these like trainers that are available for one day. Kind of a bit like that, but I want everyone who wants one to get one, and
that's my thing as well.
It's so exciting to get one day one, and the issue is I'm not even getting mine day one. I'm picking it up, and I can't even have it for another 3 weeks. But I'm so go on.
But you'll have it though.
Exactly, I'll have it
because I'd rather have something that I know that I've got it guaranteed, rather than going, oh, will I be able to get it?
But I'm excited about you getting it because I'll be able to talk to you about it, and then we would do like an impromptu little stream like this and go, okay, like show us off, like you know what I mean? Let's have a look at it and stuff like that. Let's have a look.
I'll be just holding it up, going,
and I'll just be crying. Going,
yeah, that's right, Steve. It's great. Yeah, brilliant.
Is it a good game, Mr. Pludger? Mr. Pludger, Mr. Pludger, could I have a look at it, Mr. Pludger? Mr. Pludger,
who are you? You got to talk to me.
Oh, Mr. Pludger, let me touch it.
I'll let you see a screenshot. There you go.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Pludger. That's what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't think this is going to be the end of this. I think there's going to be loads of places that are going to have issues because if you think about the amount,
they overdo it as well.
Yeah,
they overdo pre-orders.
It's an unprecedented kind of situation as well because of the whole the whole issue with the tariffs and things in America.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are jumping on this now because they're worried if they have to import loads more stock from Japan into these other places, then the prices could go up Japan could just up the
Yes.
price. Because they've said
I
in
think
the past,
already America have to pay more, don't they?
exactly,
At the
but
early
it's been
stages, that might
it's been
change,
kind
but
of rumored or implied that Japan might raise the price of the Switch 2
yeah.
because of the tariffs, and that just might happen globally. So a lot of people are rushing to get one, and I think that's what made this like a bit more
Well,
desirable
they've
this
had to
time around.
include extra because if anyone's importing it, and at the moment, I'm not very good with money, but the yen is really low at the moment. So they're trying everything to get the economy back up
Back on
again.
track, yeah.
So that's one of the other issues along with that.
Yeah. So hopefully everyone out there's got yours, and if you're with game, my advice would be like, just going by that. That doesn't tell you that it's going to be sorted. So I'd look elsewhere and cancel.
I would see this as right. It's cancelled. Move on to somewhere else.
I don't know if they take the money straight away or like if you pre-order a game, because some people actually do. I know like Amazon don't, and Nintendo don't.
I think Game take it on the day that it gets shipped out.
Really?
I'm pretty sure because I've pre-ordered games in the past on Game back in the day,
Yeah.
and I remember the money coming out quite last minute. It wasn't like weeks prior or anything like that.
Okay.
But I actually had a bit of a panic, resulting in something similar to this, where I got an email because I pre-ordered mine through the official Nintendo store for our one because I managed to get into the virtual queue and go in there or whatever.
Amazing. Yeah.
So I went in there, and when I pre-ordered it, it all went through and everything. But they said they will take the money 30 days before the release.
Oh, yeah.
So I got an email saying, just to make you aware, payments for this will be coming out shortly. That was about 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. It's all we're basically, me and Danny have done half each. We put it into an account. It'll take it out when it's ready.
Yeah.
I've been checking every day up to yesterday. Still haven't taken the money yet. And I was going, why is it not taking the money? So, and literally yesterday on the way home, I got a text when I arrived home, a text saying PayPal said has approved Nintendo payment. They literally took it yesterday.
I'm checking
and I was
my
so
bank
nervous.
now
I'm like,
to see if because it's supposed to be coming out of mine as well, and it hasn't. So.
Is it yours with the Nintendo store?
No, it's a no. I don't want to say the store. Yeah, it's Smith's. Yeah, it is. We'll say it whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. But yeah, it is with them. But they're not 30 days. I think they said like a week or something like that. So I'm still in that kind of boundary. It could be like it could be over the weekend or Monday or whatever. You know,
it probably will be. It might be a business day, so it might be on like Monday.
You've got a message out saying you can go and collect it like midnight and stuff.
Yeah, they're the midnight launch, aren't they? Yeah, but they're only doing selected stores though.
Yeah, I don't think
I had a
anyway.
look. There are ones all over the place, but no one's near us, I don't think.
Yeah, nah. So I don't know if I do that anyway. But it'd be kind of fun in a way. Like you don't really get hype like that anymore.
I miss them. I miss. How cool would it be to be staying in the queue with some strangers getting hyped for the new console and having a chat?
You could always be talking about that as well. It's just like like-minded people. Do you know when? Just to add on to like buying your Switch 2 from a supermarket. Did you know in Best Buy you get like a special commemorative Switch 2 coin?
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Nothing.
I can't believe you don't get anything from the Nintendo store.
Normally, you always do.
Yeah,
the only thing it might be a fancy box that has Nintendo written on the inside.
Yeah, that's it.
But there was nothing. There was no fancy pre-order stuff.
It should have been like a key ring or a badge, like a coin would have been great.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But I've got. Well, Danny's got the drinking bottle, a mini poster, and what was the other thing she got? Well, she got kind of where she went to that Switch experience.
Oh god, yeah, you got the good stuff though. This Switch, it feels weird. That was like ages ago, wasn't it?
I know.
It's gone so quickly.
I think it's still weird. She's got it. She's played it. I still haven't even held one yet.
She's held.
It's weird.
Held it. God, I'm gonna have to try my brother's out before I get mine probably because he's gonna.
Oh no! I think you shouldn't. I think you got to hold out really. You can't.
Please, Mr. Plodger, sir, please.
You're not worthy yet.
No. I know that was a bit of a downer, but we've also got. It is not a downer actually.
No, it's to make people aware, really, because you might not know. You know.
So Nintendo. Let's reject all of this. So this Polygon website. After years of intense leaks, Nintendo's got the Switch 2 launch on lockdown. So some Switch 2s have been leaked.
Yes, they are. There was a video that ain't available no more.
Good. I can't show off anything like that. And I don't think it'll be on this website.
To be honest, they're not available anywhere. There was one where even I think it was Kotaku or one of them. So even IGN, I think, advertised it. Said, someone's showing off the homepage or whatever on it. and it says on the bottom of it, video not available.
Yeah, Nintendo were going crazy
Oh,
with it, which
they
they
are
will.
hot on it. They're hot on
and
it.
I'm hoping there'll be nothing on here, which will end up getting this podcast taken
No,
out.
it's all been taken off, I think, except
But
from if it ain't long.
so I know about this a little bit that some people have got hold of Switch 2s, but Nintendo have been a little bit clever and a bit tricksy with this, that they've implemented a day one patch
Yes.
that you need to install to be able to play anything, which is a bit weird because you need the internet. Like, you need the internet to be able
That's a funny thing, isn't it? There's a couple of things that come out where you need, like where you need to activate things. It's
Yeah.
like, I know that. I guess everyone has got phones and that,
I know.
but
But you're
then
gonna,
imagine you might not. You might be
Yeah.
living nowhere and you
it's an
don't
issue,
have.
isn't it? And
I
you're going to
don't
get
know.
people, and if I ever say, like, most people have got internet now, but you're going to get loads of people going, oh, I haven't got it. But yeah, we're in a bubble. Like, there's no one I know who doesn't have internet because my
I
life's
can't
online.
really.
Everyone I know
Yeah,
is online.
yeah.
So, but there are going to be people out there who get it. So if you get a Switch 2 and you're like, yeah, and then you can't install updates, but it's weird. Why would you get a Switch? It's because it's like the majority of games are going to be digital. They're heading in that digital direction anyway. So you must know that getting a Switch 2 because you can't.
Oh, is it an actual Is it actual game update or is it a console patch update?
It's like you've got to download the patch, and then that, because apparently when you put a game in now or try and play anything, it says it won't let you play it. It says it requires patch, and you can't. And they're going to release that patch on June 5th. So
I wonder how it works for reviewers then, because they get it early. I wonder if they get some special.
I don't think they've got it. I don't think. No. Here's the thing about Nintendo. Do they even need to give reviewers a Switch 2? Do they need to? They don't.
No,
They've sold shed loads already. It's like,
yes, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No,
what do they need reviewers for? Like, it makes. I don't get it. But yeah, this website's got like some pictures of them in the wild there in the cages.
Yeah, because they're all the shops that are getting them all in stock.
And it says Target stores are receiving their Switch 2 stock, and apparently, as long as it's locked in a cage, they don't mind leaving it on the floor. But it's a bit crazy, to be honest, isn't it?
It sounds like. And then the next article says thieves steal 200 Switch 2s, and then it's like this broken cage at the front.
It's wheeling out.
Yeah, it's these guys. It's footage, and there's someone like captured it on their phone. And these guys running down the street with a trolley.
Do you know what? Like, when I look at this, right? Do you know what? I feel like in a different way, I've made a mistake with the version of the Switch I've got, because I'm getting the normal Switch and the copy of Mario Kart.
Yeah,
but the Mario Kart version is going to be the rare one, isn't it? The boxed Mario Kart one.
Because I didn't know it's limited. It's a limited one.
It's limited. And that's another thing, the reason I think why people are jumping on this now, because if you don't get a Switch 2 with Mario Kart now, you're probably going to have to get a normal Switch 2 and a copy of Mario Kart separately.
Yes, that's why.
Which I've done initially. So if like for hoarders / collectors, the Mario Kart one is probably like a more rarer one, because it won't come back into like circulation. Like this time next year, they'll probably put one out with like the new Mario or a Metroid Prime one. Will probably He might bundle it with it. I don't know, or bundle it with something else, or bundle it with like, I don't know, Zelda. I don't know. They wouldn't bundle it with a Switch 1 game, would they? But yeah, I realised that the other day. I was like, oh yeah, I went for the normal one. I mean, I'm not bothered, obviously, but for collectors.
No, the only reason why we went for it because it was cheaper.
Cheaper, yeah.
Honestly, we didn't kind of go for that, and
because Lynn's was getting it for my birthday, and it was like, I've been wanting it for so long. I've been for the last couple of years. If a Switch 2 comes out, I want to do it. And she's like, okay, I promise, we'll get it for birthday. And I'm like, oh, good. And then when we were on the train and we were ordering it, and I was like, well, there's two versions. And she was like, well, which version are you going to get? You're going to make sure you get the right one.
Oh, you're a time-pressured moment then.
And I was like, well, and I told her, well, this one comes with it, it's cheaper. And I didn't even say, like, oh, we should go, that's the one we should get. She meant, but you like physical games, though. Are you going to be like, I want to get that? You're going to end up buying that and wasting all that money later on? And I said, yeah.
Right, well, in that case, then, you can say to her, when it becomes super rare at console and it's worth thousands, you say, Linz, it was your fault while I got this version.
Do you think the actual Switch itself is going to have a different model number than the one without Mario Kart pre-installed?
I think what it's going to be, I don't know, I haven't even seen the box. Is it just a sticker they put on the...
I think so. No, I think the box is different.
I've got a GameCube like that.
Yeah.
It's just got a sticker on the standard box.
Yeah, I've got the Mario Kart Wii as well. But actually, Mario Kart's actually on the box, on the Wii one.
Ah.
Yeah.
And we had the yeah.
But I posed that to you. Do you, because as a physical collector,
Mm,
do you think you're going to be like, okay, here's the thing. When you get a Switch 2, separate, like, when you get another Switch 2 for either you or
yeah.
Danny, what are you going to do Mario Kart
Oh no,
wise?
it will be. Will be buying a physical copy, I think, of it
Do you
because
think
it won't be
you won't get
cheaper.
another Switch 2 this year, will you?
No, no
No.
way.
So
No,
you'll
it'd
get,
be at least a year or so down the line to get
and
another
you might get
one.
Mario Kart cheaper digitally on the store, but would you still opt for the physical one then at that point?
I'd probably go for the physical. The only thing is, the other thing I didn't mind. I don't know why. I think it was this before, but I don't mind getting some digital games if it's one you play online a lot.
Yeah,
I kind
I
of think
get
it's
that.
one of the games you just pick up and play a lot, as in
Yeah,
a social thing. So if you go somewhere and you go, "Oh, I've got the cartridge for that one," because you know that when you're taking for single player games, it doesn't really matter as much. But I
yeah.
feel it's one of them games where it's kind of convenient, always just
No, you're
being on the
right. You're right.
Switch.
One of
That's
my
kind of
issues
my
is
thinking
that
on
because I'm
it.
not getting the SD card yet. I didn't want to
Yeah, I
have
still
that
got to do that.
massive install. I don't know how big it is, but I'm guessing it's going to have like little updates and things.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things. Well, at least I'll save on space and I can kind of install all the games. But yeah, you're right. If there's a game I'm returning to, like I'll want it pre-installed. But yeah, Mario Kart is definitely one of those, isn't it?
It
But
just
like,
because I don't I'll probably when I get one or Danny gets whatever way round we do it.
yeah,
Because last time I like Switch wise we did the same. I got the original Switch and we did that as a shared venture, and
yeah,
then she got the EV Pokemon one when we went to Japan. So I then inherited the older one.
yeah,
So then she kept the newer one instead. So that might be the same case again with this, but I think I'll probably get a Mario Kart physical because the problem is with the Mario games and Mario Kart games. I don't think it's going to go down in price. It's just going to stay at that price.
yeah.
It's one of them
I
games
think it's the
not
only
even eight too
game
expensive.
they've announced that's that price though that I've seen. I mean, a lot of the others, I suppose, are Switch One kind of special versions. Like, I want to get the Kirby game. I think that's like 64 or something like that.
Yeah, but that
Oh,
includes that DLC that's
well,
only
Cyberpunk is 64 as well. So
yeah, it's weird
it's,
that.
but like this is the only one. Is I ever we all did. We were like, oh my god, the price of that, and we just realized that's the price of games nowadays. But it's like literally the only example I can see. Anyway, I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, I think the problem is we haven't got any more.
I don't
I
know how
wonder
much
if it's
Bravely
going to be
Default
a
is and all
first
that is.
parties.
Or what?
Well,
What's that?
maybe a Metroid might be full
Yeah. Oh
price,
yeah.
and that's going to be
I'll be
expensive, I
shocked if
reckon.
it is because I think like the whole thing is because it's multiplayer and it's going to have updates over the years and you're going to be playing forever. I think Metroid's one and done, isn't it? You beat it and it's like done.
Yeah,
How many people?
true,
How many people
true.
play Metroid Dread after beating it?
Yeah, yeah. So I guess maybe. What about? Okay, example. Say if they brought out a new Splatoon game.
I was literally thinking of Splatoon
Oh,
then. I was
yeah,
literally thinking, because I was thinking, would I get Splatoon and would I pre-install it or would I get digital? Because I like Splatoon. I'm rubbish at it, but I didn't get 3. I skipped it. But I think
yeah. I
like
didn't get free.
but 4 comes
No,
out on a new system. Yeah, I played the hell out of 2 and I was so
oh,
bad at it.
two. Yeah, two.
Yeah,
Two's on the
we
Switch,
played it,
isn't it?
didn't we? Yeah, on Switch.
Yeah.
And then
First
3,
one was on a Wii U.
yeah,
Second one on Switch. Yeah, we played a bit
and
on
3
Switch
was on
channel.
Switch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think people forget there was a third one. It just, but if you were a diehard Switch fan, you played the third one as well. Sorry, if you're a diehard Splatoon fan, you played the third one.
Yeah.
But I think I'd be interested in playing the fourth one because I think at that point they'd have to introduce something new to the thing.
Yeah,
I
there
think
should be more of a leap on it because I felt like 3 didn't look that much different. But
100%,
I don't know, but
100%. It
yeah.
looked like the same thing to me, and
Yeah.
just new some similar modes. It needs to do something drastically different to pull me in. But I
Yeah.
think, would that be a game that put the price up? Yeah, I think it could be because Splatoon for the fans of Splatoon, it's massive. It's a
Yeah.
huge game. It's a really good IP for Nintendo. Like this, the Splatfest and all that stuff goes on,
Oh
and
God, yeah.
they're all into it. And I like it. I think it's a good game. Again, it's like Mario Kart though. I want to get better at it, but I don't think I have the eyes to play a game like that because I have some color issues or something going on. So as I get into a battle and paint everywhere, I can't see anything, and then to get
Oh
destroyed.
yeah, no, I can understand that. Yeah, it does get a bit manic and stuff on
But
it.
just to play with mates and things, I think. I mean, Animal Crossing could be one of those games as well. That could be quite pricey
Oh yeah, that's a point.
because it's one that people play for a long time. It's
Yeah.
updated fairly well. It's seasonal that they bring in
I
season
literally
stuff.
about to say seasonal. Yeah, like very
Yeah,
seasonal game with
and
lots
that's a
of.
game again. I've never really played one of those games, so I kind of like the idea of getting
I
the next one.
haven't. I
No,
played
I love
the
the idea of it.
3DS one, New Leaf. I didn't play the City one on the Wii, and then I think there was one on DS. But the 3DS one, I got proper addicted to.
Yeah, 'cause it feels like a nice, fun, casual game, and I feel like there's always a place for that in your life, or you should make
Yeah,
a place for that in your life, whether it's like Stardew Valley or something like that. I think it's just good for you, to kind
yeah.
of sit back and not kind of worry to collect some bells or whatever you're doing. And I think that could be one of those games, though that gets a bit pricey. But I think that's a good contender because that's one of those big games that people just get obsessed with and play it non-stop.
You
And
do because there's always events coming up. I remember
yeah,
when I was playing, like, I was doing the Switch one. I thought it's called the Switch one. Is that called New Leaf? I get them all mixed
New
up.
Horizons, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
that it.
yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Me and Daddy played that a lot, and you can go to each other's towns and
That's what I
stuff.
was thinking. Like, what would they do? I mean, this is a completely this is the tangent of the city, the world.
Yeah.
The Mario Kart World, they did that to make it look bigger, and obviously it is bigger. They can't really do like a world version of it because it is a world version, isn't it? You have
No, well,
islands.
it's more of like you've got a closed-in town. Really, you
Yeah.
can't venture out massively far. You
Mhm.
do feel there is a bit of restriction, but then you go to someone else's town, you have to get like you literally kind of get like a plane to this
Yeah.
person's town.
So they've got to try and make it like a world. It's got to
Yeah, if
make
they
it
do it as a
feel
world,
bigger,
it does feel quite
but
restricted in
but
town, but
not
not in a bad
overwhelming.
way.
Yeah.
But a world they could do something bigger with that.
Yeah, and maybe it's a bit more like the way Stardew Valley has just so much to do and so many
Yeah,
people. Yeah, they
yeah.
kind of implement more stuff like that. It could work. Anyway, that was the end of our like Switch talk. I kind of want to finish off on news. It's not really anything to do with video gaming or toys or anything like that, but it's
Okay.
because I want to talk about movies a little bit. I want to kind of add a little bit of entertainment
Oh, okay. Yeah,
news,
yeah. I'm up for
and
that.
it's actually just us talking about you going to see Final Destination
Oh,
because you
yes,
went to
yeah.
see it,
I'm passionate about
and I
that.
kind of like I can't play all the trailers, but I'll put screenshots up.
Yeah,
Right, here's some like I mentioned this on your stream the other day. I've only watched the first one,
blimey.
right, and it was in the same way like Saw was for me, where
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I was like I think I saw Saw 2, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the same thing. You're just doing the same thing again now, and I felt like you've just I
It,
can't. And then I saw 50 of them, and I was like, and the Final Destination. Every time I saw a trailer, it was like the same thing over and again, and I thought it's just going to get so repetitive. Like, where's the enjoyment into it? And how
okay.
do I get into the series?
So, because what we did was prior to seeing Bloodlines, which is the latest one, the last couple of weekends we've watched like a Final Destination movie, so we got it in time to watch the new one.
Hmm.
And there is I think it was number 4. Well, the one that's got 3D in it is terrible. The effects look awful because it's like a big pole sticks out.
Yeah, I mean that's
Whoa.
the issue
It's
with a
like
lot of
old
this early
style.
3D films, isn't it? They can
Things
start.
like that, but it does what it does because obviously I'm gonna make it. I don't want to do any spoil because you
Yeah,
can spoil
yeah,
something
yeah,
in these
totally.
films. But I will just say, in each film, there's a certain one in particular. Well, there's 2 of them that have brilliant endings, but it's hard to say why they're good endings. But you can only enjoy them if you've watched the others,
Yeah, it
if that
feels
makes
like
sense.
from the first one, and I'm trying to remember the ending where like they do all this stuff, and at the end of it, it's like there's no point because
Yeah.
like, and it's like, and then as soon as you watch the first one, I was thinking, well, what's the point in any of them then? If
Ah,
do you know what I mean?
because there's other theories of how to break the cycle,
Oh, okay,
and I know
yeah,
I'm thinking back 'cause I'm trying to not
yeah.
spoil, but
Because there's a thing
but
I should like this series because I like all like Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween's, Friday the 13th,
um
all that stuff, and they have the
ah
kind of same thing. You kill the thing, it comes back. Do you know what I mean? You
yeah,
solve
well,
it, it comes back. But in this, it seems like you
eh,
kill. Only from seeing the first one, you kill it, but you don't. Do you know what I
well,
mean?
the thing that
Sour
makes
ending. But
like
Saw has the same thing. Sour ending.
yeah, well, with these, like the first one that made it a little bit silly in the first one, like when something happens to someone and it involves water,
Yeah.
it shows the water going away, like death is trying to hide the evidence. I'm like, what are they going to do, right? And that was annoying. But later
Arrest the
on,
water.
yeah, it's like, oh, look, yeah, I did it. So they're trying to show, oh, I didn't do it. No, it just happened. Ooh, like that sort of situation. And in later ones, the thing, the draw to these films is you see these people, something's going to happen to some of these people.
Yeah,
But
one
you don't
person's going to
know
survive.
what.
Yeah.
And it's anticipation of what's going to happen. And it has a kind of, it sounds like it should be like a good thing, but it's sort of a bit of anxiousness of knowing what's going to
get it,
happen.
and I think that's one of the things that kind of like not annoys me, but frustrates me because it's like the domino effect. Every time you're looking at something, someone just at the door unlocked by itself, or what's that mean? And or in a car, that means the door's going to swing open or something, and then there's a domino effect, and it's like all you do is looking out for that, and I think that's what the kind of annoys me about the whole procedure of the film. I mean, I've only seen the first one, so I might just get into the rhythm of it and I'll just become
it does run
part
that
of the
sort
fun.
of formula throughout, but there's other situations that happen that creates that issue to start with. Not necessarily, let's just sit in this room and not move and we'll be fine. There's a reason why they can't just do that. Things like that.
But it's so strange because I was thinking like recently, I can't watch these things because of that reason as mentioned. But then I went to see The Monkey, which is a new film that's just come out. Well,
I've not seen that.
It's been a while, and it's kind of got the same premise where you've got this like monkey doll. I won't ruin obviously the story, but the setup is someone finds a monkey doll, with the symbols, and if you switch it on, someone randomly will die. Basically.
Oh, I didn't know.
So that's kind of thing, and then it's the setups. It's a bit like what I've seen in Final Destination, where someone will be doing something, and it's just how they die. It's similar, very similar.
Yeah,
but I enjoyed that, and I was thinking, actually, I do like this. Like, but for some reason, in Final Destination, it's like I was thinking, because it's. But if there was like 10 more films of the monkey, would I want to watch all the others? And that's the issue.
With this one, I think the biggest thing for this, and I know it sounds a bit like a bit odd, but like when you watch this one, this helps to explain everything.
How many are there, by the way, before you get to this one?
5, 4,
5. That's not too many. For some reason, I thought it was like 10. For some reason.
Oh no, there's not that.
That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, and they're not very long movies, to be fair. So they're not like 2-hour sagas. They're your typical hour and a half kind of thing.
It's mad because this trailer, I'm kind of skipping through here. This is not the trailer I saw in the cinema. The whole trailer in the cinema was showing how someone dies. Like, no spoiler because you've probably seen that the tattoo part. They show you that bit in the whole thing, which I'm guessing is the opening for the movie because they always show you the opening of a movie.
No.
It's not.
It's actually done. That's done quite well.
Okay, yeah, don't spoil it.
It's done very well, but it's not necessarily what you think it is.
Yeah.
But this one, as I said, the only thing is, you can't go.
Is this person like, you don't want to do that? Is this person knows about it? Don't do that. It'll aggravate the thing. It looks like that, when you always have that character and like, don't go to that cabin up the wood, that kind of person.
That's the biggest part of the story for this film that's really, really good.
Okay.
It's basically like, you might watch it and go, well, why? Okay, the biggest question in these films, you go, well, why are these people?
Yeah,
I'll leave you with that.
Okay.
Right? You think, why are these people?
This is why I'm come round. I'm intrigued because you were saying about this one kind of brings it all together, and I'm like, okay, if they do this and then they don't add any more films to it, which they will.
That's the problem. I really hope this is, because there was one called The Final Destination.
Oh my god, it wasn't so much into the 80s movies. It's like the final chapter, and there's like 6 more after it. You're like, what?
Yeah. Thing is, like, if you're going in and you haven't seen a Final Destination, I would highly recommend not to start with this one.
Oh no, I'm going to start again from the beginning.
Yeah,
because all I remember is the plane bit at the start and Tony Todd being in
it. Because it basically explains all the characters, but this one has this nice conclusion to everything.
I look at that and go, no, I'm not watching that because I know what's going to happen. Or there's so many different variations of what could happen there.
You know what's going to happen.
I've got a fear of trampoline. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit and have a little bit of entertainment news or just an update as to what you've watched. Before we go on to our last bit, which was just go over a couple of questions from the viewers. Now, if you want to ask us a question, please do so in the comments down below or on Spotify. But it's probably better down here because I take ages to get to Spotify. I was quite quick last week. But to say that, I'm so bad at getting it there. Also, just remind me, if you don't see it on Spotify or whatever, just send me a message. Okay.
Yeah, normally Danielle tells me off. She goes, well, it's not on there because she does listen to it. Tell
her to message me and say, Steve, get it up. Just tell me.
Yeah.
Or anyone out there, if you listen to this on Spotify, please let me know and I'll try and get it out day and date. But I probably won't. Right. First one is from Gaz Halley, who asks, Repo Boxes and Manuals for or against? I love this question. This is
do you know what? I'm so good because we've got we got quite a lot of questions, and we
Yeah.
kind of like nitpicked the ones that would be good for each episode.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a great one. I wanted this one to be on
It's
there.
good because it's like I'm conflicted because I instantly want to go, oh, I'm a real collector. But I guess like if the game's really expensive and say it's on the SNES or something like that, and you've just got the cartridge, I mean, it's still going to look great on your shelf. It's still going to express like who you are as a collector, what kind of games you're into, and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I would love the original, but maybe until I get the original, then it's not too bad. I mean, it depends because I've seen really glossy versions of the Repo Boxes.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
get
into
good and
them.
bad ones. You
No,
get good and
I
bad
love
ones.
the ones that are like purposely made for like they're not repro boxes, but they're made. You know the ones like the little Game Boy boxes that we've talked about before.
Oh yes, yeah.
Those ones, or
Custom
the
ones are not your
custom ones.
standard.
I love those
Yeah.
because they're doing a different job. They're
Yeah.
kind of like reinvigorating your cart or whatever like that, or making it a bit neater just to have the cart. I kind of in a weird way kind of prefer those, but they're not easy to get over here.
And you can't get that many. You can't get them for every game type of thing.
No. So what about you? Repo boxes?
So yeah, for me, like the best example I've got, when I was at Game Market, I picked up a copy of Splatterhouse 2, on Mega Drive, with the cartridge and manual, but no box.
Oh, okay.
But it cost me 15 quid. Right, and at the time, that's a really good price.
Wow, yeah.
So I don't like. I'm a big SNES. I don't mind loose and Game Boy, but Mega Drive drives me mental. I can't have a loose Mega Drive game.
No,
because you've got hard plastic cases.
Yeah, I agree.
It feels wrong. It feels
weird.
I'll go with that manual, but with that box, unless it's a really expensive game, you got dirt cheap. And so, example, that one. So what I ended up doing was, didn't have a printer, and I actually found someone online who did like high quality printout of the cover. And what I did was I used a game from like FIFA, well not FIFA, a lesser game anyway, to use that case, and I put the slip cover in now.
Nice.
And I thought, well, to be honest, I would love to have the original, but again, don't want to pay a ton of money just for a loose box.
Why would you? Yeah, why would you?
And it's so good. And at the end of the day, it's different. If situation is for me, it's just for my personal use, and it's just there.
I bet you £1,000,000 that every time you show that game off, the first thing you say, "Oh, this is a repo box." You'll tell people.
Yeah. I would never sell it. If I never sold it, I would say.
No, but even to show people on stream, you'll go, "Oh, this is repo box." You just have to. It's almost like you've got guilt associated with it.
Yeah. Because like, I'm a collector of the old stuff. It's like, but not quite. Because it's not.
We've got to show this. It's like it's a weird guilt that we've got, but it's like I'm fine with it. I mean, again, at the end of the day, I prefer the original. But but
you got to sit that line though, because you could buy a game for the cartridge. It's like 20 quid, 30 quid, or something like that. But with the box, it could be £600 or something crazy. And you go.
I will say I don't like getting fooled when you go to buy a game, even if you get a deal on it, and then you find out it's repro and they didn't say. I hate that.
That I'm really against. Like if I'm buying, for example, like I wanted to buy a repo of Shantae on the Game Boy. And I picked up a repo, but I knew it was a repo because it literally stayed it on the listing. And I thought, well, the game is a lot of money, and I wanted to have a physical cart of it in some form. And it was like, I know, it's like 8 quid or so, which still seems quite a lot for a repo, but for the price original, it's ridiculous. And I knew what I was getting into. But if I was buying original, it's a real thing. I've seen it in like CX games that are being fake ones, and they don't know. They don't even bother checking, and that's annoying. And I've got them myself.
Yeah.
But in the day, like if you know you're buying a repo box, you're buying, and some of the manual. Have you ever seen a repo manual?
Some of them look amazing.
Legit.
Oh my god!
Like I don't know how you can even tell. It's mad how good some of them are now.
I know they're not repros as well, but I love the fact that they make Switch manuals. That was it was such a gap in the market there. And the fact when you open I'm going to Switch game on me, but they got the loop. No. It's already got a loop in there to put something in there, and 9.99999 times out of 10, there's nothing in there.
Yeah, so and even if there is, there'd be like a little bit of paper.
No, download code or some code and box. Yeah. That's probably what it's for, isn't it? But so I need to go to like a fair where someone's selling the manuals for Switch, and I just end up buying them all.
They do. There is a guy who does them. I don't know the name of the guy, but he does. They're really good quality. The issue is they're not super cheap, but I understand why, because they're all custom made.
Have you seen them at one of the markets?
Yes. Yeah, they were at Blackpool last year.
If you're at Blackpool this year, remind me.
Okay.
I'm going to have a little look.
Yeah.
But anyway, great question, guys. Appreciate that one, mate. Next one we've got is from Mr. Lolkins, who says, Okay, best, most memorable video game manual.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
I've got one to hand, so weirdly enough, I can
Oh,
literally show one off because I was using one in a sketch, a Dad and Lad sketch. So I can,
oh, okay. I'll let you go first then. I've got a
and
rough
it's
idea.
Mario All Stars. Love
Oh,
this
okay.
because it's got look at it, mate. Look at all of that with showing you
Oh,
how
yeah.
Mario
No,
jumps
I
and
never,
everything
I
like that.
don't, never had the manual. I
Beautiful.
must have done, but I don't
I mean,
remember
it's
it.
something about Nintendo does incredibly well. If you know, we're talking about the worst ones. I'm sorry, Sega fans, but Mega
Oh, they're
Drive and
terrible.
Mass System ones are terrible. It's like
Yeah.
it mostly didn't even think about it.
And
Do you know what I
Mega
mean?
Drive, just as bad.
Just as bad, just as bad. But
Yeah.
look, loads of color. They knew this was an extension of
Yeah.
the game for us. You know what I mean? And it fills
That,
in
that is the menu you'd look at on the bus
on
on
the
the way
bus. Then
home or in the car,
exactly.
hyped about the game.
The issue now, I suppose, we don't get manuals, which we're probably about 5 seconds from saying and complaining about it. But I
Yeah. Yeah.
suppose, in a way, to play devil's advocate to it, you don't really need manuals with games because it teaches you all this in the game with the kind of,
Which
you
you
know,
never had them in the past, so you
never
had to
had
kind
that
of
in the
learn on the
past. They've got
fly.
away,
Yeah.
but it always feels like I
But
think
some
kids
have
now aren't
done
bothered.
digital manuals. I've seen some
Yeah.
digital manuals before and stuff.
But some kids not sitting there complaining now, going, "Oh, I wish this Fortnite game came with a manual." You know what I mean? They don't know that world. But when you see this, it's just beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just you can sit there reading it for hours, and I guarantee there's something in this game. Even though I've played all these games a bit, that there's something I didn't know. And go, wait a
Yeah,
minute,
you could do that.
what?
Yeah.
There'll be something I didn't
Yeah.
know because the game's so. Even on the last page, it tells you about like the mini game with the Mario Brothers, and how long that goes. Battle modes and 2-player battle modes. It's so good, and the hotline numbers and all that stuff. You're looking around now, going, "Can I
I'm
put
trying to
manuals?"
think. It's like, I've got a rough one, but I can't remember which one out of the range has it. But so I let you finish first. Sorry.
No,
But yeah.
no. I have to say,
Oh,
I'm done with that. Yeah,
oh,
that was like
it's
I was
really
literally
nice
only to
in
hand. It's
colour.
not like I mean that's just only because I had it to hand and I thought it was a good
Yeah.
example. But like I can't really think of anything manually what I loved back in the day. I think it was just part and parcel of the games I used to play.
It was
You
just,
know,
it was rather at Christmas. I remember the one time when I had a manual and I remember looking through it at Christmas when we all wrapped presents and everyone's still unwrapping and I'm just reading the manual going, I'm
oh
going to
god,
play this
yeah.
game.
I
I'm
mean,
going to
just
play
as
this game.
important is a map. If you get like the edges Link to
Yes,
Pass, you get
yeah.
a map or something. Got Illusion of Time there on the SNES as well, and you get a map, and you just have that out while you're playing was just
Yeah.
brilliant. I don't really like in-game maps. I don't like switching off into something and then going, oh, where am I? And
Yeah,
then
back and forth. That's
yeah,
why I thought like the idea of the Wii U having a map down
oh
the
god,
bottom
so
all the
good,
time, or the 3DS, we had a map
so
that
good.
so you didn't have to look down,
Imagine if you could do that
But,
with the Switch One, like use your Switch to both screens or something like that, and you can
oh
then you can
wow,
play
yeah.
DS. You won't do it. Why
Nah.
would they? How many people would do it? But a great question.
Oh, I haven't actually said my one.
Oh, go on then.
Oh, and I
Mr.
got one.
Plunger, go on,
No,
Mr. Plunger.
it's a Switch too. That's my favourite. No, actually, for mine, was pretty much any fighting game, so say like Street Fighter 2, that has the attacks in the
Oh, the move
manual,
set, yeah,
right? Because then
brilliant.
you could have that
Oh my
on the
god, you
side
are 100.
while you're doing it.
It's great that. Do you know
That is a
why? Because
big
one of my
one.
bugbears when you're playing, like I think it was like Street Fighter 5 was the last Street Fighter game I played, and I haven't played the new one. Oh, that was on Switch too. No, forget it, Stephen.
Oh, no.
I hate entering pause menus to look at moves.
Yeah,
Hate it.
because you're out at that moment trying to do
Hate
it. Then you remember, go, what was that button again? You go back to the move menu, pick it
Especially
again.
when you're playing against a mate and you have to pause it in the middle of
Not
fight.
pause the game.
What was that move? And you're like, you may as well, you just tell them, oh, I'm just learning this move. Okay, so I know what move you're going to try against me. Do you know what I mean? It's so obvious.
I had that with PlayStation when we played a lot
Tekken,
of
all that.
Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's better to have a manual there with all the moves in. It's just way
yeah,
better.
that's my one.
And the issue
that's a fighting game.
nowadays is like I remember when Street Fighter 5 came out and I got the who makes the big manuals, the big board. You don't make them anymore.
Was it the Prima? No,
Prima. Yeah, it was a Prima one. I've got a big Street Fighter 5 one.
Oh, nice.
And it was great for about 10 minutes before they updated everything. That's the issue with like the digital age, isn't it?
Yeah,
you just did a patch and then all like the frame data and everything that was in there about like how many frames it takes for Ken to hit someone. They just changed it.
Yeah.
And he said all of that was redundant. That's probably why they went out of business in a way, because it was like you can get access to all everything online updated, and the game. So like those manuals are great as well. They're Prima ones.
Especially if you go top tip, if you do this, you can gain extra coins or something, and then realise they patch it out.
Yeah, exactly. Patching out. Yeah. But anyway, can we move on now, Mr. Plunger?
Yeah, no, I want to figure Street Fighter 1 out. Okay.
Right, let's go to the next question. Is for one up, Jack. It is: if you had to choose only one game to take with you if your house was on fire, what would that be? Now, I don't know if he means take the game into the house on fire. Does he mean like? Because I don't know.
What, you want to get rid of it? I don't know. You'd throw Mario 64 in there. You get in there.
No, probably Crash Bandicoots, probably.
Oh, yeah. I'll join you on that one. No,
I guess he means like from your collection, from your own collection.
Yeah.
What would you take?
One thing.
I've got so many memories, isn't it, for like those things? So you don't feel like you're cheating on anything. Just pick the first thing that comes to mind.
I think the game, whatever game I would pick up, it had to be one that is one that I've had for a very long time.
Yeah.
Rather than not necessarily being the best game I like, but a game that I have the most memory. It's like a childhood game.
Yeah.
Like probably my most random one would probably be my copy of Tekken 2 because it's my original Tekken 2 on PlayStation. Not a common game.
Because I'm weird. I've like got rid of my stuff and got them again all from my life because I've moved a lot. You know what I mean? So I've not been able to keep stuff with me. But my initial thing was Gremlins 2 and the NES. I think if I got rid of everything, I think that would be the one game I go, right, that'll get me going again. So take that. So that kind of connects to every getting all things.
I didn't think about it like that.
It's like the key to starting the collection again. And I mean, that's the one game I just love. I just love looking at the back of it and everything like that.
I've got the box for that one as well. I got lucky. Beautiful. CEX. I caught them slipping, and they sold it as a unboxed, and it's complete.
Someone on Discord over the week, Wolfie. You're watching? Hi, Wolfie. Mentioned that he bought a game from a NES game from CEX. It was like $7.99 for a boxed version of tennis, like boxed with a manual as well. Because I think it said like SNES or something on the front. That they label it wrong.
Oh,
it's mad when you buy stuff like. Because I always think like even if they've labelled it wrong, they're gonna know when you go up to the till.
They don't care. It's on there.
Care. I should take the risk because I've seen things like that before and I go, I should go. Or, when you say with unboxed and it's in a box, like how have they put that sticker on there?
Like, it literally says unboxed and it's in a box.
That's.
I did have Aladdin as well, Mega Drive. That said unboxed and it come with manual and it's a box. It can't get any more. But
okay, last question. You're both. This is from Retcon Row. You're both contestants on Gladiators. I thought you might like this one. Which is your strongest event? Which event is most fun? I kind of don't want to do any when I'm being chased. I feel like I just want to do what's the last course called? The
Eliminator.
The Eliminator. I love the idea of having to go with that, even though it'd be wrecked. I just look. It looks. When you used to watch the Krypton Factor as a kid.
That feels like
that.
Yeah.
It's like that's the Eliminator, isn't it? Really, I kind of want to do that.
Yeah.
But everything else, I like from the new series. I love the one on where I keep forgetting the name of it. What's the one where it rises up and you're on that grid where you're getting chased by a gladiator?
The Edge.
The Edge. Yeah. I've got like an immense fear of heights, but there's something about that I feel like I want to do because I've also got that lemming thing about me where I want to jump off stuff.
You could do that, couldn't you?
Exactly.
You'd be like, off.
That's like my favourite new thing they do in Gladiators. I mean, I still haven't watched the new series. Need to watch that before we go and see.
We go into the lives.
I know. Do you know what I mean? I keep forgetting about watching it.
Why don't you make it a Saturday night thing?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Pretend it's on Saturday night and just put an episode on Saturday.
Good. And it probably last until then. Yeah. So for the Edge and the Eliminator, for me, it's quite boring. What about you? What would you do?
From probably the older ones, the one I always loved as a kid, I always wanted to do was Danger Zone. The one where they got the rocket launcher.
Oh, yes.
And then the gun and that. Because that one, I always look at people and go, well, how do they keep missing it? When you're a kid, you think that you'd be perfect at it, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
Or when the gun wouldn't go off and they come and fight on the floor. But that one, I always wanted to because it had a big dart one and running through the tube at the end. Because I would love to go for the target, but then I'd also want to run for the tube at the end.
Yeah, you want to go for the end. I think most people would probably go for the, what's it called? What the ones where you got the... Duel.
Yeah.
I think most people
I know, because that's the most iconic thing about Gladiators.
It is, but I feel like when you go and
I don't hit in the face with that.
When you're watching a new one, like Giant or something, and like you just go...
Because
you may as well be holding like those little things you put in your ears or whatever.
The earbud.
Earbuds. It just feels like that. I just don't think I have fun with it. But the other ones where you got to go around a course, whatever.
Oh, one other one I would love to do. Again, I wouldn't be any good at any of these, but the idea of being good at Skytrack, the one with it upside down.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's like Scalextric on the ceiling.
Yeah, it is cool. I wonder how your body will feel after a while being like that. Where you start.
Well, I watched Because I'm so into Gladiators at the moment, it's ridiculous. But I'm listening to there's a Gladiator podcast, and it's got Jet on there and another guy. They talk about and they have previous contestants and Gladiators on there, and they talked about Skytrack, and they said it was really disorientating up there, and it makes you feel a little bit sick when you're first up there because you're just not in the normal position.
No.
And you're sitting up there for a minute while they're trying to arrange stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah, you just want it to be over.
You either loved it or you hated it, apparently.
Oh, God, I can imagine Hang Tough being like that as well. You know, the rings you got to hold on to.
Do you know what? That's my dreaded one. Do you know what? I'll just fall off first ring.
I think it'd be hard, wouldn't it?
I hate that one.
I think as a kid, I thought I really wanted to have a go with that. But when you realise how much upper body strength that must take for any of them. You know, and you're always shouting at the screen, why did they go back? Why did they? And it's so hard.
It's not straightforward. You can't.
So hard.
Stepping on to the next one.
But anyway, thank you so much for the questions, guy. Again, like if you want more questions for the next podcast, which is in a couple of weeks, please put them down below. And you know what, mate? In this time, next podcast, the Switch 2 will be out. You'll have one. We might even do a little impromptu thing in between when you got it. Maybe like
if you want to do something like that, I'll be up for that. Yeah,
just to show it off. I think it'd be nice, you know, because we did that one where I was in Canada and it was like someone. It'd be a nice kind of like way to kind of connect to that.
But are you going to do the thing when you were getting tired to go on, next thing?
I always think about that, you know. I feel like I want to do like a little cut of it with some music or just me like that. And you'll go, yeah, just press that little button, mate. Just press that little button.
Go on, next one, go on.
The bad thing is I had a massive bag of Monster Munch next to me and I was like looking, I'm going, I'm just dying to eat them. But I didn't want to eat them on the stream because it's like...
Down the mic,
it was horrible. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We've got episode 20 coming up in a couple of weeks. So hopefully you tune in for that because that's a pretty bit of a good one and a bit of a milestone, isn't it?
We should try to do something special at some point.
We'll try and keep it down to 2 hours, maybe that. We've done it again. So, we went for other questions.
I blame your new section about movies.
Yes, a new section about movies. Anyway, see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.
See you, bye.